Push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out. You can't get to me. Say what you wanna say. Go take it all away. But I'm here to stay. No, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, go fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. Storm beats the moon. I'm the sun you will not more. Do you think you are? Who do you think you
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the RSC11 playoffs. We finished off Rival last night, so now we have to go into the Elite tier. My name is Mertz. Joining you for this first series is me. Alongside me is Sir Winalot. How are you feeling this evening?
Well, I'm feeling like we're going to get some good Rocket League again. We've just had banger after banger of the games, and that's what happens when we get to the do or die stuff, when we get to the play-ins, where people are starting to come with their best stuff. So that's what I'm excited for today, and I expect to see some more of it.
Yeah, we're definitely getting towards the business end of RSC11. We're already in that Elite tier, so only one more week to go until the conclusion of this season, and what a season it's been. But now we focus on the here and now. Profits taking on Zulu, the first play-ins game, and we're already into the elimination games, just like every other tier. So the action straight on from the off.
Yeah, it's what we're going to be expecting, and, you know, tears will be shed today of joy and of sadness, and that's unfortunately what makes Rocket League even more interesting. My heart goes out to the team that loses, and my heart goes to the team that wins. You can't choose between the two, but we will be doing that shortly today. Merits, what do we see about this bracket here? Who has impressed you so far?
Looking at the upper bracket, we've got Anarchy taking on Thanatos and Fearless Bravo taking on Megaman Cult. That will be one of those games we're on tonight. I believe Anarchy versus Thanatos will be a bit later on tonight, so we'll see two of the top elite teams battling it out for those early, pride points, you could say. You keep the upper bracket spot going in to Sunday, but focusing on the lower bracket, we see there Anju awaiting the winner of this Zulu vs Profit series. They're definitely a team to watch. So, you know, whoever wins the series still has a very uphill battle.
Yep, it's the uphill battles that build character, and that's what you're gonna have to get back into the winner's side. It's a long road, but it's a truly tested one as we see some of the head-to-head stats here. Merits, what are you looking at?
Looking at the team stats, like you mentioned, Profits 5th seed out of Glaciers with 37 wins, and I believe it's something like 12 draws, something like that. So,
Jeez.
Absolutely close number. They didn't lose for the first 7 weeks of league play. So, you know, they definitely don't know how to lose that often, and maybe that'll help come in to playoffs. But Zulu, 34 wins in league play, 152 goals, slightly less than Profits, but more saves, 316 to 271, but a little bit lower shooting percentage. Their demos, definitely Profits outclassing them in the demos department. But overall, it's actually pretty even, and I can see this going either way.
Yeah, and that's what we love about this. It very well could go either way. Demos can often change a game, but as we see here with the amount of demos they've had, it might not. It's rather shocking to see as we see some of the player stats here. We have a couple of veterans coming into this game today, with Profits having a couple extra games played, but their shooting percentage is just with the top-notch bracket there. As we see, we have a couple players above the 60%, but we have one above this. We have one at the 70%, which is quite wild from KZA.
on the Profits roster, also I'm pointing out Wolfie is definitely been leading the line for Profits. 60 goals in 68 games throughout league play, 87 saves, and another 37 assists on top of that. 116 demos leading the way in this lobby, getting more than double than the leading demo man on Zulu in Pulse. But, you know, also on Zulu, who do you point out as their key man?
Well, I always like to take the guy who has the most experience. I can't shy away from that. In all high-level sports, experience is something you can't buy. So Pulsey is going to be my guy today, I have to say. Get him in there, let him do his thing.
He'll certainly be one to watch. He played 60 games throughout that league play and bagged 52 goals for himself. So a very nice return for him, indeed, just scraping under that 1 goal per game mark. But he certainly excelled that 1 save per game. Actually getting 1.5 saves per game for league play. So he's definitely a defensive rock. So is all the players in Zulu actually. Bonzi taking the most saves with 94, just pipping out Pulse for that award. But believe now, we're moving on to our predictions. Sir Winnow, why don't you go first? Who do you have taken this series?
We got to take Zulu here. I just have a weird feeling about it. I don't know if you agree with me, Merits, but we're going Zulu 3-1.
I think the logical answer would be a draw here, but it is playoffs, so it kind of doesn't work like that. So, but I am still going to have faith in Profits. I think they're going to take it 3-1 against Zulu. And I believe now is time to get into game number 1. We tell the players that they're ready to go. We'll get this action started, Sir Winnow.
Yep, 195,000 in attendance here at the field. A large field in attendance is what we like to see. The crowd is going to be loud as we start the countdown. This first initial kickoff is going to be off. Who can get on the board first? Merits, we have a huge kickoff to the left side, and we see Zulu going quick here. What do we feel this pace of play is going to be? Do you think it's going to be high demo octane, or do we think it's going to be more slow and methodical?
I think to start, they're just going to be testing the waters of their opponent. See some early shots coming out from Profit, some early pressure. The passing plays already connecting. Wolfie finding Keza to open the scoring for this series. And Zulu giving the ball away. Keza in acres of space to dispatch that one, and just 20 seconds it takes for the first goal to find the back of the net. It's a very good start for Profits. The kickoff won't quite go their way. Pulse immediately there to follow up. He's just going to get a small touch. He does get the wave dash, trying to stay on it, but instead Sasso will take it away. That's very risky clear of the goal mouth, but the 50 does go in his favour. Bonzi bids in the middle. Cynics trying to knock it down. Pulse is there. The shot is weak, and Kezo will make the save. Already a goal and a save for him. And around the first 40 seconds, Wolfie goes for the musty. He's on target, but Bonzi making a very, very convincing stop here to keep it 1-0. And with about a minute gone so far, so who's started the better?
Well, it's hard to deny the scoreline, but that's a good shot on net. Oh, it's off the crossbar. It actually had the double, but Bozy makes the save somehow. You have to imagine here that you don't want to go down early in the game, but we see it happen so often. Hopefully it's not a bad sign to come for the Zulu guys, but they are starting to create pressure, and they're starting to get shots on net as the ball is into the corner here. Tattoo gets a good save off to the left side. It gets back over to Keza on the left, their right side. As they're up the wall, they're going to be over. He gets another touch. This could be it. Another great save by Pulse. It is starting to heat up here. They are starting to get some great saves on net. A big demo on the back side from Bonesy, and I can imagine a goal coming shortly. But as we move forward, Merits, the pressure, it shows that 1-0 might not be enough to win this game.
Still have had to do their fair share of absorbing pressure in these first 2 minutes, and now they're just starting to get some offensive going, but Sato immediately cutting that out and gets a shot on net of his own, and Keza going for the double tap. Pulse will get away for now. Now Cynics can't quite read that one correctly, never can Wolfie. Now Cynics takes to the skies, but the ball just gets away from him, and Sato will beat out Bonesy, but doesn't make contact and forces Wolfie into action. Doesn't make contact nor the second time, and the pressure stays on for Zulu. Sato gets demoed, but not before the clear is made. Keza falls up to the corner. Wolfie redirects it. It's going to fly its way into the middle, but no one is there, and the ball will be cleared once more. Now pass comes through. Sato can't quite put it on net, and now it's going to end up with Pulse. He does get past Sato, And now you're trying to find Cynics downfield. The 50 is made just in time, and the pressure is voided right now, and we've had about half the game gone. Still in that 1 goal separating these two sides. How do you see it finishing?
Well, you know what? We have to imagine that they get on the board here creating these chances, but their defense has been so strong on the other end of the field here by Profits. As we have some fast pay and a huge demo, there's got to be open space out there. Here comes the counterattack. This could be a shot. It could be in. It's going to be a save. Great read by Wolfie. But Bonesy's going to be back on this. He takes it to the skies. It's going to be off the backboard. Off to this. It could be it again. Another great save. Well, there's just pandemonium on the goal line as Keza starts the counterattack. It's going to be on net. It's in. Oh my God, Merritt, what a passers of play like that. 3 shots on net, no goal, and then an easy counter after a demo. How do you stop that? I don't know. If you're not scoring those with the amount of good defense they had, it does not look good for our boys in blue.
Very end-to-end stuff there in that very short amount of time. Just pressure after pressure for Zul, and finally their efforts are rewarded. Getting one back pretty much straight off the kickoff for Bonesy. Pulse perfectly lining up that kickoff for Bonesy to follow up in that G2 decal. Certainly a G2 fan himself with the goal explosion and banner to top it all off, and he's certainly, you know, making G2 proud. He's cut the deficit in half here with about 100 seconds to go. But now Profits back down the other end. Triple commit coming through from the Profits side, which will halt any further attacks. And the clear is good. Gets past one. Keza, he's done the most so far. 2 goals. That's all the goals that Profits have scored so far. Definitely the man that has kept Profits in the lead. But he can't do it about his teammates, and Wolfie is one of them. Finds Keza out wide. Can he follow up his own touch? No, instead Cynics puts it into the middle, but Sato intercepts, and Sato scores. He adds his name to the list of goal scorers for Profits this series. And it came from a pretty sloppy touch by Cynics. There's just no one there to receive it. Now the deficit back to 2.
Yeah, he was desperately needing a teammate there to bail him out, but not a great clearance, almost a better pass, if you will. As they go up 3-1 with just over a minute left, it looks like they have this game in control. However, we've seen some crazy things happen in Rocket League, and a 3-1 lead isn't exactly what I would call safe. But they are in the driver's seat as of now. As we get a good counter here as Bonesy's going to be going down the field. Can he get it into the middle for a teammate? He does! Oh, but Six doesn't do well enough again. And it's going to be back into the left corner as they get pressure in, and he gets a good pinch off of the wall there. And Wolfie's going to be up. It's in! Wow, what a play here. I mean, they read the half pitch on the wall, and they get up really quick to it. Look, he was already up there. And then Wolfie reads the pass, and it's in, straight down into the net. That's as good as it gets, Merritts.
Yep, and now all 3 Profits players on the score sheet. Wolfie finally grabbing his first of the series with 45 seconds to go to really solidify this game 1. Going to the visionary side. They're trying to add more to it. Keza for the hat-trick, but Pulse denies. Now Bonesy takes it downfield. Sato is just going to try and slow things down. He's trying to play it back to his teammate. Does find Wolfie, beats another one. Now Wolfie against the world. Can't be out the last man. Sato left to pick up the pieces, sends it to the corner for Keza to get. Does get past one, but not for much longer as Pulse puts on net, but Sato Sama will make the stop, and game 1 in the books. Zulu looking to rebuild into game 2 to avoid that reverse sweep scenario. That's always something you want to avoid, as game 1 does go to Profits. Keza, MVP performance. He gets a brace and an assist on top of that. 504 points. What a start to life in the play-ins for Profits.
Yeah, it looks like we do have some Wi-Fi issues, an injury on the field here, if you will, and hopefully it settles back down before they go into the next game. But I have to say, I will expect a better game from Cynics. He's a top tier player, and he knows that, and everyone knows that going forward. I don't think the 4-1 exactly replicates what we saw. If you weren't watching the game, 4-1 might be a fair score, but I don't think going forward it's going to be that one-sided. I don't know about you, Merritts, but it seems like this series has more to give.
Yep, definitely. Zulu, they did showcase some defensive prowess in that game 1, but the defense from Profits was just proved too strong. They only had to make 3 saves though, so maybe, you know, part of that was just the shooting accuracy not being there from Zulu, and that's something they'll have to work on coming into that next game in Forbidden Temple. But as you said, because of those aforementioned issues that we've had, it's going to be a slight delay to this game too. So I'm going to ask this question that I've been asked before. If you're Zulu, what changes do you make in this break to ensure that you take game 2?
No changes for me. Match the intensity. That's it. Hey guys, we're doing everything we need to do. We need someone in their ear, right? You need someone that's going to hype up the boys, get them ready to play, hype up the gents. Hey guys, we can do this. We have to play a bit faster, more intensity, get the ball to our teammates. One thing that Profits was doing really well, is that after a save, they weren't just clearing it, they were saving it to teammates. That's a huge thing in this game, to try and keep possession and not give them more than one chance. So that's really important, and I think going forward is, hey, same thing, do it faster. And I have to say, that's got to be the secret to success here. As we move to my favorite map, Merits, it's a beautiful map. How much do you think the map changes the way you play for the professionals here?
Well, I've certainly seen the placebo that certain maps make you play better, and you know, Forbidden Temple is one of those maps for me. I just so love this map. It's just such a cool map, isn't it? I like the cherry blossom trees, the buildings in the background. It all just meshes together to create one just brilliant map. And I thank you to whoever put it in the map pool for this season, because my eyes have been, you know, given a little treat for all our hard work that we do in the casting booth. But we need to go back to the game, coming into game 2. You know, I'm going to ask you that same question, but I'm going to flip it over to the Profit side. What do you think they need to do to solidify the series?
Well, that's a harder question. You know, sometimes it's easier when you've lost a game, you know why you've lost. If you know why you've won, it begs the question, do we change anything? Because if they don't, we don't have to. But if they do, we have to be ready. So it's, again, more of the same. Be ready to adapt. Because they're going to come out a little bit differently, obviously. And we don't really know how they're going to come out yet. So you have to be ready to adapt. The big one for me, Merits, don't get scored on in the first 20-ish seconds right off that kickoff. You have to get into the flow of the game. Nothing worse than just starting the game down 1-0. I think it's a huge problem in Rocket League. You have to stay even there. I think you got to, or at least go up 1, Merits. I think it's really important.
We're just not getting scored on, you know, throughout the whole game is a pretty good strategy as well, you know. It certainly guarantees you a couple of those game wins, that more than you'd get if you were conceding goals. But that's just my personal opinion. You know, if you disagree with that, feel free to let me know. But
well,
I definitely agree with you there.
The math makes sense, Merits.
Yeah, but I certainly agree with you there with that point. Did they really need to change anything? Because game 1 was a very good display of their teamwork skills. You know, they're fighting each other throughout the pitch, defensively and offensively, and it really gave them the edge. And also, their individual play definitely was up to scratch as well. Those 50s that managed to, you know, help them progress up the field and create some pressure, which then led to their goals. You know, and also that counter-attack, they just, you know, absorbed all of that pressure and just rebounded it, and it found them in a very good position, and that's what really allowed them to take that game number 1. And I'm sure there's not a long time left on their timeout. So game number 2 is upon us, I believe. So if we see if the players are ready, they are. We're getting into the lobby for game number 2. Profits up 1-0. And who will take game number 2?
We're about to find out as a huge kickoff starts, and you could feel the intensity from that kickoff as they just get the ball over to the left side to Wolfie. It's going to be intercepted, and that might be the pressure they need in the corners, but they do get countered off the start here again. It's in. We just talked about it, Merits. We said it. We did. Don't get scored on in these first opening passages of play, and they end up getting scored on. And it is much more of the same coming here from Profits. Maybe they didn't need to change anything at all as they find themselves up 1-0 again.
When it came from a counter-attack, the absorbed pressure allowed Zulu to commit everything. They just caught them on the break, and it's immediately 1-0. But Bonesy trying to change that. He does get the second touch, but not as towards the middle as he would have liked, and instead it's going to be Pulse keeping the pressure on. He does get into the middle this time, but it's swiftly cleared away, and now they're trying to find a pass of their own. It does make its way to Pulse. That attack won't progress any further for now. Bonzi will try and keep it in the orange half Cynics. That's all he can do with that one. Another pass for Keza, puts it on target. Bonzi does get back to it, but it goes straight back to the Profits team. See a little demo there coming out from Keza. They're certainly adding some more physical play. Now they're warmed up. Now they can really start to dominate, but Zulu hanging on for now. Another demo from Keza, putting on 2 for the game, and Pulse now finds that pass. But still, no goal for Zulu yet in this game. Well, this changed though. Cynics can't find the shot on net, and now Keza can go all the way by himself. He gets another demo as well. But Pulse does get away, and with a minute gone, you can see Profits changing things up a little bit, playing a bit more aggressive, a bit more confident, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, I gotta say, these demos have just been absolutely exciting. It's just demo after demo here, Maris. Both teams, they hate each other, clearly. It's been absolutely insane demos on the back line. No one is safe out there. However, Profit's looking to be the better of the two teams so far. As we have a counterattack here opening up. The demo misses, and Bonesy's going to have to recollect for them. And he does. He does not. It gets actually dunked on over into his left side of the corner. Cynics has got to do well here. He actually gets it over to the middle himself by accident, and this could be in. Oh, a squatter chance. No, it's in. Keza comes flying high from the heavens after a missed clear in the corner, and they end up 2-0 up. Is this how we saw this game going, Merits?
Profits are definitely starting off strong in that game 1, and they've kept it going here at the start of game 2. 2-0 up, 2 minutes gone, and it's that man again, Keza, finding his name on the score sheet, dispatching of a brilliant opportunity made by his teammates, and he's just there to finish it off. And Zulu, now they have another huge mountain to climb. If they don't want to go into reverse weak territory, Keza gets to fake. He might just get all the way in. He does! What a play. I mean, the defense, you know, better things could have been done there by the defense. Bonzi was just too easily manipulated into going for that. And Cynics was like a statue. You've got to say, just allowed Keza to walk all over them and make it 3-0. We've seen about half the game come and go, and if this is to what's to be expected in the second half of the game, this could be a 6-0 win. Obviously, so are going to have something to say about that, as Pulse trying to carry the ball downfield. Sato beaten out by Bonzi. That's the only hit Wolf can get, but it's already followed up by a teammate. Something we've seen so much from Profits. They're just there for their teammate every single time. But now Pulse trying to create an opportunity. Wolfie gets it away, but can only find Cynics. He gets one touch, gets a second, but it just goes a bit wide, and Sato does get it cleared. We're inching towards those final 2 minutes. Will Zulu be able to mount a comeback, or will this game be futile?
Well, they're putting on good pressure. It's just the saves from Profits are too good. When they save the ball, they're just clearing it out of a dangerous area, getting secondary touches, even if they're already in the air. They're going to have to play some really good Rocket League to get back into this game. Is it doable? Yes. Is it probable? No. But that's why we love the game. Crazy things can happen as there's a bit of a miscommunication here. Oh, the fakes! Oh, that sends me for a donut down the street. And Satu said, I don't have any Wi-Fi connections anymore. You guys do. Look at this fake. Oh, it just gets me going, Merits.
Bye-bye, Zulu. Where did you guys go? It's certainly not on the field anymore after that one. Sato has absolutely sent you and has put this game well and truly in the dust. They're trying to add more. Sato could get a second. He does get his second. And it's pinched off the final defender. And it's 5. What an absolute riot. No player in Zulu has half of Wolfie's points as bottom of the Profits leaderboard. That is just absolutely testament to how dominant Profits are. They're only out shooting by 1 shot though. It's 6 shots to 5. So it's not to say Zulu haven't had their pressure. It's just they've done nothing with it because they keep turning the ball over. And the breezy into an open net. Keza absolutely freestyling on them, Sir Winalot. It just looks too easy. It's like elite playing prospects right now. That's how dominant this is.
Yeah, that's the right out of a video game, isn't it? Holy, tell you right now, that was really good. I just love a good breezy. For me, For me, this game was over before it started at this point. One team came to play, another team didn't. I am looking forward to the next game here because if I know Zulu, they got a lot of pride. And after a game like 6-0, it can really change the mentality of a team, Merits. It can really make you start playing carefree, nothing to lose type Rocket League. And when you have that, another good save off the goal line, nothing seems to go in for them, does it? But when you have a mentality like that, it can really change the game. And I really wonder if it's going to happen. It looks a bit bleak right now, but I would say keep your eyes open just in case.
That's the new rule implemented this season. These teams do have a timeout to utilize, and I think that's what Profits need to do. They need to take that little 2-minute break to recuperate and get back in the correct headspace. You see they're making a couple stops and trying to find their way downfield again, but Wolfie is just too quick on that particular chance there. And now back on the pressure once again. Sato does pull out net, but it's cleared away by Cynics. We're into the final 10 seconds of game number 2. Well and truly over. And Profits will need to reverse sweep. Will they get the goal? Yes, they will. Cynics just doing a little bit of stat padding for his own personal repertoire. Now, you know, it does look a little bit more respectable. Grabbing that one goal, as easy to find as it was. But Profits now, 2 up. Your prediction gone, mine still intact.
Well, it was short-lived, wasn't it? I mean, as soon as I could be wrong, I was. You're looking pretty strong here, Merits. How do you do it?
I don't know. I just look at the stats and guess pretty much. In all honesty, no, I haven't seen a lot of these teams properly play before. So you know, all you can guess off of is the stats, and that's what I've done, and it seems to have paid off.
Yeah, well, going forward here, Zulus does get that 1 goal back at the end, like you said. Is that a momentum shifter?
I think the momentum was already in Profits' favor, but that's just added to it. You know, a 6-1 win will do good for anyone's morale, especially when you're 2 up. You know, you have that very big breathing room, but will we see a bit of complacency, you know, spark from that? Only time will tell, because you know, you see teams winning first couple of games and then just sort of falling off the pace because they think they haven't won. But, you know, teams will never give up in this type of environment. Maybe that's what we'll see from Zulu coming into Game 3 on another very nice map. Indeed, yes. Sovereign Heights, one of the newer additions. And it's certainly a very nice map, wouldn't you agree?
I have to say, it's one of my favorites. Seats a little bit less, only 10,000, but it's a beautiful map indeed. As it's again, great save off the goal line. And we do not have a goal in the opening 10 seconds, which is nice to see for Zulu. Maybe this allows them to get into the game. I don't want to speak too soon as this ball is headed back towards their net here. Great save by Bonesy off the backboard defense. And he is going to get to the second one. Cynics does well. And, you know, maybe they've said, we need to keep the ball on the ground more, guys. They're beating us in the air so much that we, when we can, we got to try and keep the ball on the ground, and we got to take it to them as ground devils. And maybe that's a strategy that would work for them. I don't know. I don't know, Merits.
Yeah, but it's certainly worth trying, but Prof just looks so strong, and their ground passing plays have been second on themselves. So that you have to take in mind. To see there, Pulse clearing it long, and Keza just gonna tap it down. Cynics puts it on net. Sato just scraping the clear. It certainly looks comfortable, but he's certainly nearly made a hash of it. Now Sulu keeping the pressure on. You know, the first good bit of extended pressure. Will it find its way into the net? Bonesy trying to poach it. Pulse fits the rebound in, and it does come off Bonesy. Luckily for him, I don't think it was quite going in. It would have been close, but not quite. Now Wolfie can't find anyone. Bonesy plays it back to Pulse. Just sent away. Cynics beat out by Sato. Keza can only just tap it away into the middle once more. Now Keza once again puts it onto the backboard. Bonesy is going to bounce it away, but now the pressure's still on, and it's getting more towards that aerial sort of play that Profits loves to utilize so much. It certainly worked wonders for them this series. 2 minutes have gone so far, no goals just yet, and Zulu on the attack.
This is what dreams are made of here. Pulse can find a way to get this in. It could be a great change for them, as this is going to be put on net. Bonesy's going to have to make a save. He does. Off the close post. Very close indeed, Maris. And fake! That's what I'm talking about! The ground play gets it over! It's going to be... Oh! Play by Bonesy! Oh my god, he faked him! First game, and he gets a fake back. Look at that. Lets the ball roll down. A good bit of patience, and then pushes over to Cynics. And the ground play worked for them.
Round of applause there to Bonesy. Well and truly doing the most, and now fighting Zulu with their first lead of the series. And it only took 12 minutes and 5 seconds for that to come. Now this is Zulu's chance to build on it, but that double whiff not doing them any favours, and Cynics' botched back pass nearly backfiring, but the shot fired from Keza was just a little bit wide. It's allowed Sato to keep the pressure on. Bonesy nearly turning it into his own net, but he does just manage to tap it over, and Cynics gets it away once more. Sato rushing back to it, and now Zulu really changing the dynamic of this game. They're in control. They can never count out Profits, so they're back on the attack. Sato gets into the middle, no clear from Bonesy. Hopefully back out to the side. He gets another 50. They fall up his own touch, no, but it does fake out Cynics. And Pulse left to clean up the scraps. Pressure not gone quite yet. Pulse gets it back to the halfway line. Keza is trying to bring it back out, but Bonesy is there. Now this could be another chance, but is this one open? No, it's not. I just couldn't quite see Pulse. But he bails his team out. Will Cynics be able to do the same? Yes, he does. Bonesy can't get away. And Keza, the main man for Profits, adds another one. Minute 52 to go. We're all tied up once more.
Wow, just really great save to get that off to the goal line, but just couldn't go anywhere with it. Rather unfortunate. It's 1-1, and this looks like a completely different team than we first saw. They're playing Carefree Rocket League. It's going to be causing them issues as Bonesy gets up. Wolfie makes an unbelievable save off the crossbar there. But great stuff, I have to say. I'm very impressed with that. Maybe a bit of an expected save at this level, but it's with the amount of pressure, the amount of time left, you have to imagine that's a horse of a different color there. That's really good stuff. As we have the ball over in the corner, Cynics does well to get the secondary 50, and they are going to steal boost. They do have a boost advantage here. They can't turn on it fast enough, and Satu's going to clear their lines. They have to get a good counterattack in. They do here. Big demo in the backfield. Could this be an opportunity while both teams are recuperating? Bonesy's going to keep this in as well. Anybody's ball now, it's in! You can see it mounting there. You can see the pressure mounting, Merritt. So we have a 2-1 game with a minute left.
Oh, how important could that goal be? Because Zulu are back in the lead with just over a minute left. And it's about the same time they hung on when they scored that first goal. It only took a minute and 3 seconds last time for Profits to respond. They need to find that extra 3 seconds if they want to hang on here. Next making this life a little bit awkward. No boost, it's just very awkward when you, get into sort of those flipping patterns. It's hard to break out of it. He does, and he does get away for now. We're into the last 45 seconds or so, and Profits still in their own half. Cynics beating him out. 411 points so far from this game. A huge performance from the man himself. You mentioned it. Cynics need to turn up. I believe that was after game 1 you said it. It's finally come through in game 3. That could be an equalizer, but Pulse this time is the one to get away and using all of his boost to do so. Sato side flipping, but Keza is the one to intercept, and pass comes in field. Cynics, another beautiful clear, and the clock ticking down. Profits and Zulu both watching this clock carefully, because if you're Profits, you want to close this out in a sweep. And Wolfie now 0 boost, 2 versus 1. Keza can't force it through, and now Sato trying to find the equalizer, but it will go past anyone on Profits. Try and tap it down. The ball still in the air. Finds its way to the backboard, but no one can get to it. And Zulu take game 3. We're still alive in this series. This could certainly be the start of a momentous comeback.
Yeah, they were much more smart on the ground. They did not double commit. They realized they're losing the aerial battles anyways, and were almost just staying down on a lot of the 50s. And it paid dividends for them. It kept the game a lot closer. Now that we've seen Zulu make the change, this is where I would say Profits has to realize that now and understand that they do have some time in the air, and to maybe take touch into the air over the wall and try and keep possession, because they are now just waiting for them in the air, and it's really worked for them here. However, like we said, They still got to win 2 more in a row, and that's going to be tough to do.
But Zulu, they took this game by the scruff of the neck, out shooting Profits 11 shots to 5. Yes, only found the net twice, but they were really starting to test that Profits defense. That's going to be a good thing because it holds them back for as long as you need. But now, coming into game 4, on Beckwith Park, certainly not up to the same standard as the last 2 maps. You have to agree. It's not the greatest of maps. The dirt, you know, the whole aesthetic of it is just kind of ruined by how unkept the pitch is. But could this be the end of the road for Zulu? Or will they manage to find one last dance, maybe on Champions Field? So want to take us away for the start of game number 4.
Well, we do love Champions Field, rivaled by none other. So hopefully we do get to see that from an unbiased perspective up here in the booth. I'm sure you're looking for your prediction to be correct here. As we have Bonesy coming in here, he did get oh, it's a great save. Good recovery by Satu. Gets the good spawn side, thank goodness, because it could have been another good save by Pulse. Had to pre-flip a little bit, then readjust. And this could be it. It's going to be off the near post. Can anybody finish? A huge demo by Pulse. He saves the day there with that demo. Someone has to clear it. Someone has to get to it. And they are going to get boost, and they might be able to finally get it clear. No, they don't. It's back into their end. Bonesy's got it clear. Oh, it's another save. Cynics is up. It's going to have to be another save. They do clear it off to the left side. And this series is heating up now as Zulu is actually starting to play really good defense and just bending but not breaking. This is good stuff. As they get it over to Wolfie, it's going to be another good save. Great interception along the goal lines here. And they finally clear their lines, but not just to the half line. They have to receive more pressure. Merits, is this the way you want this game to start if you're Zulu?
Zulu have been, bending to the absolute limit of their powers here in that first minute, but they've weathered the storm. They still can't seem to break out. Keza with an uncontested shot does find the crossbar. Wolfie will finally get it in on like the 8th time of asking. You know, that's just a rough estimate. They finally broke through on Beckwith Park, and it only took a minute and 36 seconds to do so. This game is still young, and we know Zulu, they will put up a good fight. And Bonesy will be the man to lead the way, just in the ball downfield. It's immediately met by Kezu, still trying to stay on it. He does get a demo. And Wolfie sent to the backboard. Cynics making sure it goes nowhere near his net. Sato foot reset. Can he get back to it? He does. But Bonesy reads the hit well. Wolfie back over the middle. Kezu can't quite tip it down. But Sato free shot. All 3 goal. Pulse gets the stop to keep this game at a 1-goal deficit. Cynics only 6 points in 2 minutes. Certainly not the greatest of starts to this game for him. That pass is beautiful. Another triple commit from Zulu. They're putting everything on the line to stay in this one. And they still haven't had any real opportunities. Profits just playing perfect Rocket League. Just need more goals to come.
They might get them if they're going to keep applying this amount of pressure, but one thing you always have to be careful about is the counterattack. It's going to be a goal by Bonesy, and their season's still alive here. Oh my goodness, who would have thought after that 6-1 game, but it does change a team. You're almost better off beating a team 1-0 than 6-1 sometimes, I swear. It just does something to a squad, and they find themselves leveled up here, Merits. As the kickoff starts, Bonesy's going to get a good push off to the left side, but are they going to get back in time to make this save? Because the demo's coming, it gets under. Smart play by Satu to keep it on the ground there, knowing the demo and knowing the demo was coming. Great cut there as well. Wolfie stays on the ground. They must have practiced that. Good stuff.
And Profits finally wanting to break that 2-2 curse. They will just want to end it in 4. They don't want to have any jokes directed in their way about those 2-2s. So they're trying to end it here now. Now Keza, demos 2. Will Wolfie complete it? No, he won't. It would have been a very audacious shot if he had pulled it off, but it doesn't quite come off. Now, Profits just trying to keep the pressure on, trying to let the clock tick down. Pulse, no boost to follow that one up. Instead, it's going to go to Bonesy. Now we're into the last 2 minutes. Potentially the last 2 minutes of Zulu's season. Because Profits coming down the field once more. Keza trying to go for the demo. Doesn't quite find Cynics, but it leaves him a bit awkward. He does get away for now. Not past Keza though. Now Fox is going to float over the backboard. Keza does find its way into the middle. Wolfie, shot not finding the net, and Zulu. So many panic double commits and triple commits that I've seen so far.
Yep, that's exactly
And
it.
it's blown up in their face. Wolfie bags his second. Now it's a 2-goal lead for Profits. And maybe it's over.
It might be, and I think you're right. They just panicked on some of the clearances there, giving the ball away a little sheepishly, and they find themselves down 3-1 with a minute and a half left. It would take nothing short of a miracle now. It seems they have no momentum, they have no boost control, and they're losing battles in front of their own net. That sounds like to me they're not going to get her done. But these guys have surprised us already with the last game win, so maybe there's something left in the tank here. And we will find out shortly as Pulse takes the ball down the field. A little bit slower, does 15 in. Oh, this is right. This could be a problem as the counter starts strong. It's going to be a save. Bonesy comes out of nowhere and says, no, boys, we're not done yet. Everybody strap in. One goal could really change this game here, and if they can find it, they have good momentum going into this last 30 seconds of play, but if they're going to find it, it has to show up soon.
It's not helping when they're double coming.
Yes.
Every possible opportunity. Cynic's trying to find Pulse out wide. Instead, it's going to go to Bonesy.
Oh.
Wolfie just gets back to him. I think that's really going to solidify Profit's place against Anju in about, I believe, 20 minutes time as we're speaking right now. Oh, still got 20 seconds left in this one. But, you know, Zilla, they can't break out of their own half. Wolfie's going to find a fourth. GG, well played. Tried your best, Zulu, but your best wasn't enough. As Wolfie and Cole steal the show, and Profits take the victory 3-1 in this opening play-ins matchup.
Yeah, it's a tough way to go out of this series. More to play for, hopefully, for them than just this last seconds of passage of play. But I have to say, the better team won today, and the team that deserved the win got it.
I have to agree with you there, but you know, there's so many things that Zillow could have done to increase their own personal chances, not just how Profits played, but how they played. And I think you mentioned it, but their boost management just wasn't there. You know, they were getting the clears, but they didn't have the boost to follow up, and Wolfie will grab his fourth for the game. A little bit of stat padding there, as this game will finish 5-1, and the series will end 3-1. And Profits, like you said, also the better team won, and now Profits, they go on to face Anju for that playoff spot, get through to Sunday, but still on that one life they will receive.
Yeah, what a crazy, crazy series there. It always looked like Profits was going to come out on top. And, you know, Rocket League can be a very unforgiving game. Not today, though. Not today. The better team won, and I think it's something that we have to appreciate because that doesn't always happen.
I certainly agree with you there, but, you know, Profits, they were just overwhelming for their
They
opponent. Yes, they always snuck, you know, that game 3 winning, and, you know, us casters were always quick to jump to the possibility of a reverse sweep, because we just love the action.
Well, we love them.
It just didn't quite happen in the end, but we're you know, the better team won in the end, and Profits will advance to keep their hopes alive of taking the RSC11 Elite title. But next they have to go through the Ox, the Anju, in about 15 minutes time. But before then, let's just run through what we saw. Obviously, Profits took 3-1, but let's go a little bit deeper. What do you think was the main factor in that victory for Profits? What was the difference maker?
I mean, besides the natural stuff of boost control and good pressure over the half line, they were faster in the air. They weren't just getting 50s in the air. They were beating them to the ball at the apex and keeping the ball penned in. No double commits practically besides that third game from Profits, and they kept the ball in the air after that third game. I think they noticed that they wanted to keep the ball a bit lower, and they just popped it in the air, and they were just beating them all over the field, Merits. Anything else you saw there that was super beneficial for Profits?
Just the way they were finding each other, defensively and offensively, just made their transition seamless, and it put Zulu on the back foot, even when, you know, on the defense they're completely pinned. That one breakthrough pass was really the difference maker in a couple of scenarios, and it's just set them up. There's so much good pressure. But, you know, I've got to toot my own horn here. I did predict the score
Yes, you did.
absolutely perfectly. You know, gotta give myself a little pat on the back for that one.
Give yourself
And
2 of them.
full profits. I will. But that's going to be all for us just now, but not all for profits this evening, as they have one more series to go through against Anju in 15 minutes. So we'll see you then.
See you guys.
If I were to the sea, baby, I never say, for I will fall into the light. Every time I try to breathe, the moon will rise and carry me, for I've loved and I have died. So I won't hold back, and you should know that was never gone, just have regrets. So I won't go back, oh Lord, guide me to forget the time I lost with no regrets, and the moon shine back again. And the moon shine back again. When I drove down to abyss, while I blame the world's neglect, Lord, I shine right back again.
me not to call you out. Hey. Feeling like waiting up. You. Feeling like waiting up. You.
Forget about the world we're living in.
can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in.
You are my weakness. I tried to let you go. I blocked your number. It's hard to tell you no. I know you've got bad intentions. Oh, it feels so good to have attention. Yeah, no one has to know. No one has to know you're my guilty pleasure. Keep it on the low. Keep it on the low. You're my guilty pleasure. I know I'm not on my best behavior, but I stay here anyway. Oh, no one has to know. No one has to know you're my guilty pleasure. You're the seduction. I finally reached a point. I'm the dysfunction. Just trying to fill a void. I know you've got bad intentions. Oh, it feels so good to have attention. Yeah, no one has to know. No one has to know you're my guilty pleasure. Keep it on the low. Keep it on the low. You're my guilty pleasure.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another series over here at the RSC EU Season 11 Elite Playoffs. Myself is Banana Peels, and next to me we have Ground Zero once again. Now, Ground Zero, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing absolutely fantastic, Banana Peels. Thank you once again for welcoming me, and I hope you're doing fantastic as well, my friend.
Yes, that is good to hear. No, I hope everyone in chat is doing great as well. I hope you are warmed up because we've had a series before where, if I'm correct, I have to check over on my other screen. Zulu played Prophets. And that was a 3-1 victory for Prophets. You can see it on the screen right now as well. Meaning that Zulu is eliminated from the Elite Play-ins and Playoffs. And that Prophets is continuing. Now we have another series of Prophets here against Anju. Now, the series that we are going to see is the series that is going to decide if the team that wins is going into Championship Sunday and will continue this run in the playoff series. Now, we have the both teams, Anju and Prophet, that have been playing before. They haven't played against each other. They have played over the 9 weeks in league play, obviously. Haven't seen each other because they come out of different conferences. So it will be the first time that they see each other. Now, after this, we also have another series. We have the upper bracket series of Anarchy against Thanatos, but that will be for in an hour. We are going to focus on the Anju versus Prophets game. Now, we are looking at the stats right now. And Grunzu, I'm gonna throw it over to you. There's two teams, 4th and 5th placed, right? It's very close. Are there any stats that are different, that are close to each other? Anything that stands out?
No, I'm not gonna lie. Looking at them 4th and 5th, it's no wonder why they seem such a like so close in placements wise, because they look so balanced. But some statistics overall do look a tad bit shaky for separate teams. Now with Team Anju, you can see that their shooting percentage is far higher, along with their saves, and overall with their goals and win ratio being far stronger, in my opinion, than Prophets. Prophets, though, their demos are far more in quantity than Anju itself. So that might be something that we might be seeing a lot happening once again in this game between Prophets versus Anju. Now, what do you think?
Now, obviously, the demos are a very big part that you're going to see in this game if they have the capabilities to do it. Now, they have warmed up. They have had a series on stream on the side of Prophets before this. So they are, maybe the little jitters are over and they're just playing the normal game, and we should see a lot of demos. Now, the biggest thing that I notice is that 4th placed Anju has 130 goals against, and that 5th placed Prophets has 169. That's a difference of 38 goals against in the exact same amount of games played in 72 games. So it looks like they allow a lot more shots on goal, and maybe they will play out of a counter attack. We will have to see how they decide to take this game towards them. Now we are switching over straight into the player stats, because player stats will also show us a little bit if there are certain players who are very make differences or have a different play style. And we are looking at a roster where on the left side Anju has a rotating roster where there's no set clear 4th man, no sub, while on the other side, the right side Prophets, we see a clear sub in North with only 16 games. Now throwing it back to you, Ground Zero, is there any stats, anything that you notice that you say, alright, this is definitely worth a mention?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I was just sifting through, and the most interesting thing just popped up to me. A very interesting number if you look through, especially for Prophets, their teammate, one of the players themselves on the roster, Wolfie. Now, if we look at his demos being up to 160, now I'm not gonna lie, that is just absolutely fantastic to see a player that's only purpose is one thing, and that's a demo. That's all we're gonna see. So that might be a player to keep a watch out for. Other than that, very high level players being 1710, 1665 overall. I'm not gonna lie, I'm expecting some very high level of Rocket League today.
Yes, indeed. We are almost at the top tier of Draft League. So Elite is the 4th out of 5th leagues that we have in RSC, so it's very high as well. Now on the other side of Anju, it was the J23, the guy that we were looking at. He had a lot of saves, a lot of assists, a lot of everything combined, so he's one of the bigger players. Now obviously people who do know some players in RSC, we really hope that Prophets can continue over here, because they have Wolfie on the roster, and Wolfie has almost 15,000 hours in the game, and I hope that you are able to do something in the elite if you have 15,000 hours in this game. If not, we blame that it is bad progress that he made. So Wolfie, no pressure, but you have to show up this time. Now we are gonna take a quick look into the game if everybody is ready or not, and then we can get this game started. Now, final last thing that we will ask before we start this game: do you have any predictions?
I'm not gonna lie, Banana Peels, I don't know where you stand, but for myself, I'm gonna give it in favor of Profits today. Possibly under the 3-1 that they same thing, you know? Possibly mirror game that we saw from them versus Zulu, I believe, from last game as well. So I'm hoping to see a recurrence of that in this game. What about yourself there, Banana Peels?
I'll pick Andrew just because they finished higher and maybe they haven't run out of gas. It's you probably have played a scrim before, then a game, and now another series, and there's a lot of people who can take that. And luckily, it was only a 3-1 and it didn't go into that game 5, but we'll have to see. As we are 15 seconds into the game, and it's for sure the side of Andrew who's trying to take a lot of control over here. Now Keza has the ball, tries to take it underneath someone, doesn't get for it, and he instantly went for that demo on the defensive side as well that you see. But no, Jason is there on the ball, and we see a double demo. Ball is dropping. Is Wolfie there? Oh no! I think 15,000 hours don't work on aerial control, and unfortunately the ball is dropping down over here, and he just unfortunately doesn't get that touch, and Arctic Fox scores that one goal. It's 1-0 for Andrew, 30 seconds in over here.
Now, 30 seconds in, and like you said, a 1 goal already. He might be, who knows, Wolfie might be a next to, but I think I spoke far too soon. But what a save nonetheless from Wolfie there, just on the goal line. That ball, half of it already in the depths of that red net once again. So, nonetheless, that ball is now back in the corner, because I just having a bit of a mishap there. Does get that pass over with a redirect to his teammate Sato. And misplay there from Wolfie, who tried to aerial there, just couldn't get there fast enough. Another push back from Jason into Profits net. Unfortunately for them, they can't really get it past just yet. Struggling to put it into the blue side. Now finally pushing from Wolfie all the way down, and a pinch into the middle. No player in red to be found, and a good save from Jason once again. This man is remaining to be Andrew's main player currently, but we do see a bite back from Arctic Fox, and what a shot from that pass from his teammate as well. Sato, who put it in right back into the middle. Dark-Eye with a pass in. Arctic Fox doing that ceiling touch perfectly into the red net once again, and Profits are down 2 goals. Andrew right back up 2 goals, and that's going to be a mountainous lead right now in Mayfield for Profits.
Indeed,
But we will see.
It is a big mountain indeed that they have to climb, but we have seen bigger changes, we have seen bigger upsets in this league already, in these play-ins and playoffs over the last 2 weeks, so we will have to see. But that is an open goal. We see a demo over there, and it's a great save by Sato, who really needed to get there. And then we see a lot of demos coming out, so that maybe opens up to give it into a counter-attack. Now Keza is there, Wolfie is there next to him, and Keza now has to turn. He tries to take control of that ball. He was very low on the boost, and now Sato just unfortunately doesn't get that touch, allows Arctic Fox to go for another shot over there. Wolfie, great save. He has to meet that, because in this rank over here at Elite, they can definitely make that backboard reads and go for those double taps as well. So now Keza tries to take it past one on Dakai, but he reads that perfectly, and now Wolfie in the corner. Now we see Keza, he went for that demo, unfortunately didn't have it, because then otherwise it would have been a 2-on-1 situation, and still just to get that demo. Now Sato tries to take it under, and Dakai with a great challenge over there, and it's a lot more energy from the side of Profits now momentarily. And there is Keza, and that is a great goal, great control. I think that it is made possible by that play of Wolfie, who tries to take a lot of control over there and tries to fake out a lot of players, and Keza just has to take it past one. That is a very nice flick as well. And now with half the game left, you are only against 1 goal, so everything to play for.
And like you said, it is everything to play for, and what a game. We've already seen a bit of a physical aggression. I was more than likely expecting that, and it seems to be coming in favor. Wolfie, the man we just talked about in the stats before this game even started. This man is already popping off with the bumps, the demos, the physical aggression, coming into perfect play for Team Profits as they tie up the game once again. 2-2, 2-2, and right now it's 2 minutes 22 seconds. It couldn't have been timed better than this, Banana Peels. I sincerely doubt, but that's a good kickoff there in favor of Andrew, who did push it out from Dakai, right pass into the red net, and unfortunately for Profits there, did you get a save? Wolfie in net, and he does get the 50 though, but unfortunately for them, still leaves an open net. No man in red to be found, and Profits, unfortunately for them, left an open net, giving Arctic Fox a good 50 on Wolfie, and Jason an open goal for himself. Now that's 3-2, another lead with still 2 minutes 10 seconds left on the timer for Team Anju, and they will remain in the lead right now. Their rotation, their teamwork, their passing plays far too strong for the disruptiveness of Wolfie himself. Now Kazai, another one for the air dribble. Jason bumping him in the midair. Redirect to his teammate Arctic Fox, but doesn't really have much boost though. This man I've seen doesn't really seem to be able to manage his boost far too correctly though. Might be an issue that might be a detriment to Team Andrew, but who knows as this game goes on. Still less than 2 minutes left on the timer. Another 50 with the Arctic Fox. Jason there with a pinch right back onto the other side to Sato. Sato trying to get a control of the ball here, just missed it out. Dakai trying to get a 50 and tries to get another shot. There's Jason with another 50 himself as well. Kaizai with a touch off the right wall. Just gonna play there, fakes out Jason. He's gonna push out there, Wolfie with a pinch, down middle, Dakai, will he take control of this? No, he leaves it alone. That's 2 players in red, Sato and Dakai, just having a bit of a, they're having a bit of a kerfuffle themselves right now. Friendly fire, who knows, but right now Team Profits are struggling, and that's nearly 1 minute left on the timer. And Wolfie now with the pass off to Kazai. How do you think the rest of the game will go, as there's still 1 more minute and 1 more goal left for them to tie up the game there?
Maybe it's right here, and oh, unfortunately he doesn't get that. It was a great shot, but a great save as well. And you see a lot more pressure on the side of Profits over here. But no, that guy takes control of the ball. Arctic Fox is there, and it puts it back, and Sato really needs to be there. And that is a great save. That's great rotations by the team of Profits. Pass to Arctic Fox, and that's just past the goal. That could have been the killer for this game and put them up 4-2. But they live another day, 3-2. That guy is now there, and they just couldn't get that clear on the goal line. And that is 4-2 for Anju as well, and maybe they take the game with only 40 seconds left. It is surely looking like a better spot for them right here.
Now they look like the far stronger team, and they're having their development overall as this game has gone by. It shows them as the more confident one in my opinion, especially with the kickoffs remaining far too strong. But Team Profits have been biting back as best as they can. They have been struggling with those missed touches, and maybe that might be something they need to be working on, especially with their shooting accuracy and their saving. Their transitioning overall with the rotations has been lackluster in comparison to Team Anju, who have been developing like fine wine as this game has gone on. And now it's 14 seconds on the timer. Will Team Profits bite back even in the last 10 seconds or get some kind of development? Good demo there from Sato. Open shot from Wolfie though. Not much boost on the man. What a save from Jason on the goal line. A desperate one, but an effective one nonetheless. And that ball finally falls down on Profits' side, giving the win to Team Anju. And that first game goes to them in their favor. First game in this best of 5 series overall. Nonetheless, what a strong performance from Team Anju. Even in the last minute, they did not let that game tied up, let that be a detrimental factor as the timer ticked on. Luckily for them, they did take it 4-2, and what a game it was. What a strong performance. Anything to add there, Banana Fields?
Yeah, it was a great performance by both teams. The Anju went 2 goals up, then got drawn again, and then they had the mental stability to go back up 2 goals and make it a 4-2. So that's really great. Now, you also see a lot of pressure on the side of Anju. They had combined 9 shots and a total of 4 goals, so that's almost 50% of pressure over there, or 50% of shooting percentage, while on the other side we only had, I say only, it was still 7 shots on goal, but only 2 goals that was scored. A little bit more better defense by the Anju side. Fortunately, Profits was called out. Now, I know Keza a little bit, and I know he's known for coaching over in Rocket League, and he coaches a lot of good rosters throughout the past. So I expect the Profits roster right here to make a subtle change. It's not going to be something big, because obviously you're used to a certain playstyle with your team, but I expect them to make a change that is going to be a little bit different and maybe help them out with this roster and with this play. Now they are back into the game. We are seeing game 2, which is obviously an important game. You don't want to go 2 games down in this best of 5 series, so we'll have to see what they do. Now, first thing is first, that's a kickoff, and Jason is straight up for the ball, but Keza meets him over there. Now, that guy has, no, Arctic Fox takes control of that ball, he puts it on the backboard, doesn't read it, Wolfie is there to clear it for 1, and then his teammates just leave the goal pretty open over there, and that's unfortunate, and 10 seconds in, that's not the start that you wanted if you're the side of Profits.
I just got a sense of deja vu, as generally the same thing happened off the kickoff in the first 10 seconds of game 1 of this series as well, and we're seeing a repeat performance of that. Team Profits need to stamp down on those kind of holes that they're creating, especially in defense. And now once again, Jason up for the 50 in the air, loses all of his boost though in the process, giving the possession back to Team Profits. And Wolfie there with a clear down middle. Dakai though with a perfect read pushes it back down. Now because with the performance, with some possession on the ball, Jason with a clear down middle, trying to pass to his teammate, read by Arctic Fox, and a 50 with Kazai though, gives the possession back all the way. Good pinch from Sato. And Wolfie with another shot off the corner to trying to find his teammate in red. Sato with a shot, just misses it off the post there. Unfortunately for him, the woodwork will not be of any favor for him right now. Kazai, another 50 with Jason. Jason, not much booster on him. Not enough in the tank to get anything done. Now Arctic Fox has an opportunity for a shot there though. Has 25 in the boost in the tank and tries to go for a flip reset. Forced to go for the 50, readjust and adapt to the situation. Bumped and demoed there from Kazai instead of his teammate Wolfie. I believe he's trying to take over his role now. And Dakai with an opportunity to push it back down middle. Wolfie with the 50 and pushes it back into the corner. Leaves possession to the Arctic Fox, getting a very odd pinch though on himself. And it's another misplay. Dakai with a shot and Sato with an opportunity, gets bumped by Arctic Fox in the back. Arctic Fox, who looked like he was going to double tap there just about, but does save the ball there. And now Wolfie with another touch, pushes back down, trying to find his teammate in red. Sato not too close enough, and it's a 50 with Jason. Arctic Fox with a push down middle, and Sato has now forced to reconsider his options as Dakai beats him to the play. Arctic Fox with a touch, and Jason with the pops shot. No, this is an opportunity. Wolfie, another clear. Dakai now trying to push off the left wall for an aerial attempt, and Sato with another 50. The physical play and aggression has seemed to be ramped up as we've seen this game develop. What do you think, Banana Pills?
It's obviously a lot of demos that we are seeing on the side of Profits, and Andrew is coming back with a few demos as well. Now, most important part if you're Profits right here is don't concede, because you had a lot of pressure. Unfortunately, didn't get the goals, but you need to keep that pressure on the other side, and eventually a goal will go in. Great rotations there, puts it past one. Wolfie goes for the demo. Unfortunately, that makes him a little bit awkward over there, and now it's into defense again for Profits. Wolfie last back again. It's often the situation here that Wolfie is the last one back, and he needs to be there for the demo, for the defense, and he just wasn't there. He was very low on boost. He went for that boost, and Sato didn't get it clear. Kaza was out of rotation, couldn't get to that ball. It was so much easier for Dakai for that ball, and he makes that a great goal. And even though that they have been pushed back a lot, I would say, on the Andrew side, they have taken 2 or 3 shots, and out of the 2 or 3 shots, there's 2 that went in, and they are 2-0 up. No, I would say on the side of Profits, just keep playing, keep getting those demos, and I think they went 2 goals down previous game, so I suppose they can go 2 goals up again over here.
No, like you said, a comeback is still more than likely, with still half the game left from the but the timer is ticking down, and it might be not in favor of Team Profits right now, as they're struggling to push forward in the blue side. And Arctic Fox on the push back into the corner, and Kazai is looking for those demos. He's you know, they're definitely shifting the role of demoer between each player, and that's good. You like to see you know, not predictability, because the more predictable you are, the more easy you are to create strategies against. Now Wolfie with an odd touch to his teammate Sada with another shot, and unfortunately for him, that shot once again getting saved. Dakai utilizing all of his booster, just only barely getting a touch, and Sato missing the very key opportunity for a shot there. Wolfie with a redirect, no, misses it just about. And Jason, it seems he's disconnected. Yeah,
Okay.
now Team Anju, they're struggling with 2 players right now.
Yes, indeed, and unfortunately disconnections happen, and it's something that we cannot stop, so the game has to continue, and Andrew has to keep this hold of this lead on 2 goals, and he's back. Luckily he's back. We see a 3v3 game again, and that's really nice to see. No Kaza on the ball. He tries to make it clear. Is Sato there? No, Sato doesn't go for the touch. He goes for the half flip. No, he's for the demo, and then it's Wolfie that touches it, and then it's over. Is somebody there? No, Jason is there for that save, and that's a really good save, and it's just so unfortunate for Wolfie, because that would have been the goal to put them back on the cards, and now he has to go into defense again, and it drops, and Sato is there, and that's a great save, and now Kaza has to turn, but with 45 seconds to left on this game, you have to push forward, and you have to go for this goal, and unfortunately, it seems like it's not happening. No, Dakai is there, he 50s it, and there's 2 people up. Arctic Fox goes for that ball, he takes control of one. Is he gonna go to the backboard? Yes, he does. Is he gonna drop it down? Sato meets him there, and Wolfie's now on the ball with 30 seconds left. Does he see his teammate on the left. He does see him, but doesn't get the pass over there. Dakai no on defense again. And 20 seconds left. It's getting closer to that 2-game series up in this series over here. Arctic Fox no passes to Jason, and Jason just lets the ball drop. He takes a lot of control, a lot of time off the clock over there. And with only 8 seconds left of this game, the only thing that I would say to Profits is try and get that goal for a little bit of a mental help over there. But it seems like it's not happening. And is Satu gonna drop the ball? Yes, he is. And that's a 2-0 up in the series for Andrew, and they are in the hot seat for this. They're on the hot seat for this sweep, I would say.
Definitely, and that win, possibly you take it for that 3-0 sweep, will look ever so spicy for Team Anju right now. Right now, their game performance in this game has been a very dominant one, even with 2 goals. But even 2 goals, like I said, last game can seem like a mountainous climb, especially for Profits, who haven't really seemed to be changing much from last game. Trying to input some more offensiveness with their physical gameplay, but overall they've left. It seems to me that it's had the unintended backward lashing effect, where it's left them wide open for some more shots, especially with being beaten in the air by Team Anju, especially by Dakai and Arctic Fox, who have been very dominant right now. In their overall in the second game here. Profits, though, nonetheless, Wolfie still piling on those demos as best as he can. But do you think that they'll change their overall playstyle in the third game or not, Banana Fields, as we go into the next lobby?
Yes, indeed. They will have to change something, because what they have been doing before hasn't been working. But we also see that there is a timeout called on the side of Profits. Now, obviously, you are facing elimination. You cannot lose a single game in this series anymore, or you are out. So it's clear today that you should take that timeout. Maybe hold the momentum of Anju a little bit down. Maybe don't let them get on that mental high that they have been on right here, because they did play 2 very great games. And take a deep breather, take some control, take some changes. Maybe it's a little bit of the rotations, maybe it's a little bit of the anxiety of being on stream, of being, you know, facing elimination over here. But if you would be on the side of Profits again, what is the thing that you would be saying to your teammates right now?
If it was me, I'm not gonna lie, Banana Peels, I would say focus on their rotation, especially their defensiveness. The more you leave gaps, the more of an opportunity is for Team Anju. And Team Anju has been served these opportunities multiple times now in the last 2 games overall, with just these goals on a silver platter from Team Profits. And overall, I would say their offensiveness can speak for them. In the first game, biting back with 2 goals, tying up the game once again for more than 2 minutes. Quite a feat. What we will see from Profits itself. Maybe they can repeat that performance that we saw, a dominant one overall from game 1. But I'm hoping to see some sort of life today from Profits in the last game to bite back and take a win, at least one, against Team Anju, to show that they're not a team to be undermined at all.
No, indeed. We will have to see a different playstyle over here. We will have to see what the changes are that they are going to make to try and take control of this game. And maybe the 2-minute timeout, the time that Anju is cooling down, is going to make the difference. Now, if I was on the side of Profits, the biggest difference that I would say to my teammates is help Wolfie. Wolfie has been the 3rd man of this roster a lot of the times. He's been alone on that 3rd man, and you can get 1 save, and he's been able to get that 2nd save as well. But if still nobody of his teammates are there, it's just very difficult to get that 3rd save, and eventually you'll get scored on. Now on the offensive side, it's just try and get the right demos. You see a lot of demos that Profits is trying, but sometimes it just doesn't work out, or the defense of Anju is just strong enough, the rotations are just tight enough to take control, give enough time to the teammate that has to spawn back in, get boost and fit in that rotation again. So we will have to see what they will decide on that, and how they will change that. Now, a few players have left the game, they have come back into the game, so maybe this is the situation where we will see card changes as well, because as we know, in Rocket League, card changes are something that changes the way that you play. Maybe we see a Fennec instead of an Octane, or a Dominus maybe, or a Battle Bus. You know, if you are very tempted to do something different, you get the Battle Bus out with a lot of heads on it and as well. But we'll have to see. Now, good thing is, We've talked through 2 minutes of a timeout. We will see the third game of the series. Backs against the wall of profits. All players are in. We are getting ready for this. Is this gonna be a sweep? Everybody in chat, I wanna see some call-outs over here. Is this gonna be a sweep, or are we gonna see the immaculate reverse sweep game 5 series out of profits over here? We will have to see right here.
Now we see the development after the first kickoff. Not one goal has been given away, and they've already seemed to have a tie down on the defense team Profits. Now they are taking it slow, trying to take their time, and that's good. Be patient just a little bit, might do well. And there's the while it might not be a card change from Sato, we do see a decal change overall from Sato himself, who's now adopted the SSG decal. Now once again, opportunity for Sato, who just missed it. Good save from the people in blue. Anjo, now once again, don't want to see that goal go into their own net. What a shot that was overall from a clear from Team Anjo. Another shot in from Dakai, just gets it cleared by Sato there. Touch it from Jason into the middle. Kazai with another save. Clears it into the corner. Wolfie with the pass to his teammate Kazai. Kazai with a touch up into the middle, and Wolfie with the redirect off the ceiling into Team Anju's side. Now finally seeing some action, and Wolfie with a clear in off the ceiling, and Dakai with a good save there. Kazai with a touch in. Passes it to his teammate, Jason with a save. The will Sato get the shot, and this man does what we have not been able to see from Team Profits for a while now. Taking the first blood for themselves. Very apt color. You know, the color matching here from blood overall as well. What a shot from Sato himself. 1 goal in, and it's only been the first minute. How will Team Anju respond back to this, do you think, Banana Peels?
Well, with a goal? With a goal? That's the clearest thing that we can see. You spoke too soon. You spoke too soon.
I am so desperately sorry, they're Profits. Hashtag Caster Curse, everybody.
Yeah,
My apologies.
That's a hashtag Caster Curse. No, we will have to see. Now, luckily they have gone up. That's the best thing. You got scored on, but you was up on this. Now Wolfie with a great touch, and that just goes past the net as well. But that touch makes that they keep a lot of pressure. Arctic Fox now takes it past one. Jason is clearing it, and Arctic Fox has control of the ball. The goal is open, and it's a great challenge by Kaza. Now Wolfie goes up, he gets beaten. Sato is now there to take control of that ball. Takes it past one. That guy meets him. He gets off the wall as well, and now Wolfie is up. Oh, that would have gone in. That would have been one of the goals of this play-in series over here. But now Kaza with there, and Sato is there again, and he doesn't get the touch, and now Wolfie needs to be careful because he's lost one back, and that's a great challenge on his side to take control and get a more offense, and now Wolfie was there as well. He almost is doing everything for the side of Profits right here. Now Sato is there, Sato is last man back, and he takes that control in the middle, and we see a lot more pressure on the side of Profits. They are meeting them a lot more in the middle of the pitch and taking a lot of control, while that was a great touch by Jason to get it mid, but none of his teammates was there to take control or to get another touch over there.
And while you're speaking, we're seeing some great development on the defensive side from Team Profits right now, as they've managed to contain themselves and be an absolute fortress, except for the first goal. Once again, I do apologize for that Caster Curse moment, but right now they aren't struggling. They seem to fix up those issues and not let any of those gaps that we were seeing from the first 2 games occur right now. And while at the same time their transition into counterattacks have been faster, making themselves a overall more of an effective team. Was this a late development? Is it too late, too little? We will see as this game develops on. And there's still 2 minutes left on the timer here. Kazai with another touch after getting demoed and respawn perfectly, pushing in the middle. Dakai taking beautiful control there on the area. Gets a flip reset, can't really utilize it, and it gets cleared down. Wolfie with another option for an open goal. Does he get the pinch though? Yes, he does on the backboard, but too strong there. Sato forced to redirect it in. No player in red to be found just yet, and Kazai there pushing the ball back in the middle, trying to maintain that possession overall in the midfield and not into their own side, because they know the second that they do, Team Anju will bite back, and we're seeing a shot in from Arctic Fox, and one beautiful double tap from this man. What an absolute beautiful play. Wolfie, who was just too far away to get that touch, inches away, and Arctic Fox taking his time to add in some precision and some accuracy on that. What a shot from the man, utilizing the side of his car to take the beat and take away the lead for Team Anju. Once again, 2 goals to 1 from Team Profits, and there's still 1 minute 30 seconds left on the timer. How do you think this game's gonna fare on? Will Team Profits bite back, or will they falter in their steps, their banana peels?
We will have to see, but at the moment you have to take a lot of control of this game. If you are on the side of Profit, you want to go for it. You have to go for it because you are facing elimination with only a minute left. No, maybe it is there. It's Wolfie that scores it, and yes, Wolfie, that's exactly what I wanted from you.
God.
That is the carry that we needed, and that's just a great touch to Sato, Kaza to Sato, who then touches it to Wolfie, and as a 3-man passing play, beating the defense of Andrew over there, and to make it a 2-2. And maybe that is the mental break that they needed, and it's a little bit of break on the defense of Andrew, and you see what a difference those passing plays make, though they are still in that game. That guy is there. Sato takes a pass. Well, no! That is not what we wanted to see in the side of Profits. That's just so unfortunate. Sato waits a little bit too long. He was a little bit awkward over there as well. And then Jason just challenges him when the ball is on top of his car, and Wolfie's just caught out in an awkward position. There's nothing he could have done about that goal. But that's a minute left into the game, and we've seen a lot of goals suddenly in like the last half minute.
While you should be hyped about these goals, don't let that overtake the fact that there's still a game ahead of you. There's still time on that timer to tick down, and that time right now is ticking down very much against Team Profits, as they've got still another goal to try and beat up. Now passing from Kazai off the read to Sato, and Sato getting 50, but once again by Jason. Wolfie up for the aerial, pushes it all the way to the ceiling, trying to fake it out, but Dakai read that perfectly, pushes it back down into the red side. Now Sato, another clear in, tries to go for that air dribble or a redirect. No, didn't get either, unfortunately for him. Kazai completely missing the ball. Wolfie with a shot all the way to the backboard. This might be an opportunity for Team Profits, and Dakai, last man on the save, and that last man is all they needed for Team Andrew, as that man saved the shot once again. Sato, another redirect, couldn't get it there, unfortunately for him. Jason with a clear down off the left wall. Wolfie trying to pass it to middle to Kazai. Kazai, does he get to pass? No, he misses it out once again. Dakai with a save. Sato with a touch off to the left wall, trying to push it back in. No, a desperate attempt, and too late, unfortunately, for Team Profits, as they suffer their last defeat against Team Anju overall. GG's for Team Anju and Team Profits, but Team Anju beating it out. Last one goal in the lead is all they needed against Team Profits there. And what a game that was there, Banana Peels, in the last minute.
What a game that was, and I guess that Andrew has been playing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy. They got the sweeps out, they got the brooms out, and it was done. Game over in 3. I think nobody expected to see a sweep over this Profits roster. Definitely after the 3-1 that they had a lot of momentum going for themselves, but it just didn't work out. And it was a great roster by this Andrew, who have congratulations to them, who have qualified for the playoffs right now. They are still in the lower bracket, but they have qualified. They have still a chance at meeting that grand final and have an opportunity at this trophy. And unfortunately for the Profits roster, your season is over. But don't shed any tears. We always have a next season where the chances are still over there. Now, a lot of great games, a lot of great controls. We see that the skill level is getting higher and higher the faster, or like the further we get in this round. So we have to see at the bracket right here. Now I'm gonna take a look over here. So we see at the lower bracket right now. So Zulu was beaten 3-1 by this Profits roster, right? Zulu is out. They continue to play against Andrew versus Profits. Now Andrew did a sweep over them and they are out. So Andrew is the one that advanced through the lower bracket and they secure a spot on that Sunday. Now on the other side, we are taking a look all the way on the top. So the next series that we have, it will be in about 30 minutes, half an hour, because it's been a sweep, it's been very quick. We will see Anarchy against Thanatos. Now we are expected to see another step in the skill level, because both teams have been in league play over 9 weeks, have finished second and third, so they have finished a lot higher over the 9 weeks, so you expect that. But maybe that's the first game for both of them on stream. You see a little bit of those jitters again. Now I'm gonna try and ask you don't know anything about both those teams maybe. Do you have a little prediction that that might be happening over here?
I'm not gonna lie. Well, you know what? Before I even ask you, I'm gonna ask your opinions first, Banana Peels. What do you think?
I think, and I have to, because otherwise I will have Archeon behind me. I think our Anarchy is gonna take it against Thanatos, but we don't know. Thanatos, maybe they have learned something from Sanji as well, and take a lot of demos into the game. We will have to see, but I think Anarchy is gonna take this in a close series against Thanatos.
And since you're giving the vote to Anarchy, I'm not gonna lie, Thanatos not only is the name very much related to Greek mythology, a topic I'm very much interested in. I'm gonna give my vote or prediction to Thanatos overall as well, and hopefully they take their relation to the Greek mythology name and bring back that energy they need, possibly. And even then, with the mentality of having something learned from their games overall, they've got some experience. Maybe that might help them overall as they go for their future set of games as well.
Yes, indeed. So, with all of that, we will leave you guys for a little break. You can take a toilet break, you can get something to eat, because we are going nowhere. As I said, in about 25 minutes to 30 minutes, we are continuing with the last series of tonight in the Elite Play-in brackets. Another team that can confirm themselves into the upper bracket of Championship Sunday. So, please don't go anywhere. We will be back very soon.
Take care, y'all.
Love never promised to be easy. Was an uphill climb, a heavyweight fight, but we kept believing. I wouldn't change a single thing, 'cause we made it, fate has a plan for you and me, so let's chase it, you are my serenity, everything I'll ever need, I swear
feeling haunted. Would a pretty girl leave you bored? 'Cause the memories go, and I can't even run. I gotta win this just to prove to me I can. I'll divide and I will conquer. I will battle like a warrior. If I'm dying, getting stronger. I'll divide and I will conquer. I'll divide and I will conquer. I will battle like a warrior. If I'm dying, getting stronger. I'll divide and I will conquer.
Baseline gonna make man shut up.
and sound. No one around, say the word and we'll go. But baby, we'll fall. We all go dancing down, and paradise is found. We're shaking up the ground, 'cause there ain't no stopping us. So there ain't no stopping us. No, there ain't no stopping us. Don't let me catch you. Don't let me catch you slipping by. Why do I get myself? Why do I get myself?
Open your eyes and don't stay blinded by the lies you force upon yourself. Because in the end, you know it's not true. I need you, so don't throw it away. Don't pretend that it's not you. If it's love that you feel, then don't let it all go to waste. We both feel the same. Just don't say you don't, 'cause I know that you do it again. If it's time that you need, then take it in at your own pace. Admit to yourself, you can't say you won't, 'cause I know that you do it again. Can't say you won't, 'cause I know that you do it again. You do it again. You do it again. Admit to yourself, you can't say you won't, 'cause I know that you do it again.
wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me. And we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe in something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me. Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay if you just stay with me. And we can run from here, and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are going, dear. So baby, hold on to me, 'cause I know I can make you believe in something that only we can see. Oh, so baby, hold on to me, hold on to me. Storm meets the moon. I'm the sun in the world, no more. Do you think you are? Who do you think you
Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to RSC EU. We're here for the elite play-in fixture between Anarchy and Thanatos. This should be a very exciting game. The elite tier, 1 below the master tier, obviously 2 below the premier tier, but in terms of the traditional RSC pyramid, this is like the second tier of action. It doesn't really get much better than this, and well, expecting as well, of course, a very exciting game. This is one where we're seeing who goes through to that upper semi-final. It might be a play-in fixture by name, but Banana Peel's joining me in the commentary box. This is really a playoff fixture, and it's a playoff fixture to make your life a lot easier heading into Sunday.
Yes, indeed. It is one of those where you are currently still in the upper bracket, so because we had to do something, second and third have to play a day before, and it's called a little bit of a play-in, but in the end you are still on that upper bracket. You are in that playoff race for the shorter race into the grand final. If you win this series, you only have to win 3 more series and you are the champions of the elite league. So that's basically the thing that you are playing right now, is make your life, as you said, a lot easier.
Definitely so much easier, and these two teams, well, obviously they're both going to be pretty evenly matched given the nature of this upper tier of the playoff brackets. We're looking at Anarchy and Thanatos second and third in different conferences. Ignis and Glacis, the teams should be popping up on your screen in just a moment's time, and here they are, 42 wins apiece. Enough for second for Anarchy, only enough for third for Thanatos, which has put them into this matchup. But I think the important thing to have a look at here is the shooting percentage, ever so slightly greater for Thanatos, and that can be so important in a tight playoff fixture. Just getting that one more shot in can be the difference between a win and a loss.
Yes, indeed. You can see also that over here, there's a difference of playstyle. Well, Thanatos, who finished second, have 160 goals. Third in Thanatos have 180 goals, 89 goals, and Anarchy in second have 160 goals. There's a slight difference. And then also on the saves, 318 for Anarchy and 281 for Thanatos. So you see someone score a lot more goals, the other makes a lot more saves. So we might see a different play style in this game, but we'll obviously have to see that out. Maybe they have made changes for playoffs. We will only know once they get into that game.
A first playoff fixture for both of these sides, of course, of RSC11. So the nerves, especially with it being streamed, are going to be absolutely huge in this game. Here are the team statistics then. Anarchy, they've only got one player who has been here throughout the course of this season. That is Cal D, leading the line. They've won 38 games with him in the squad. That's a 58% win percentage. He scored 68 goals for the cause as well. He's definitely going to be the danger man here, because if you've got a record of over a goal a game in the course of 66 games, well, you know how to find the net, don't you?
Yes, indeed. That is, he seems like the main player. Also 100 saves in that 66 games that he played, so that seems like a lot of things. And he's also one of the only players that rested through this team while they made some changes to get up to that second spot. But the changes that have been made on, for example, Exile, Tenebrae, Luna, there are changes that have counted, and that was needed. Now on the other side of Thanatos, we see 3 players who have been here for a lot of games, so this is a roster that stands a lot more time. 70 games on Bomba, 60 games on Oli, and 66 games on Josh, and they all have a good goal participation as well. So maybe it makes a difference that they have played a lot more together before. We will have to see that out.
And despite having the lowest CMV of the team, it should be mentioned actually that Bondab has got a goal a game. 70 games, 70 goals, so he will definitely be one of the impact players that we're going to see throughout the course of this evening. But without further ado, I think we might just be ready to tell the players to join up into the lobby. This is a close series. I doubt very highly it is going to be a sweep. I haven't actually casted a sweep, I don't think, yet this week. In fact, I don't think I've casted a sweep this playoffs season just yet, but we're going to get into the first game momentarily. It's going to be Anarchy in the blue, Thanatos in the red. Let's get going. Waiting for the countdown to get onto the screen. Here it goes. Ready to get underway for this upper round 1 fixture.
Yes, indeed, and we instantly see pressure from Anarchy with Carlos Daniels on the ball. I think that's a little bit of a name change on one of them. That should be Cal D, if I am correct. So he's trying to get maybe one of the players on the other side confused, but they now have to turn back. Now we see, oh, that was almost a shot that went in, and now a little 50 over there. Now Exile has a chance to make an aerial over there and gets 50'd by O'Barry. Cal D now tries to take that shot, and that almost goes miss. And we see a little bit of a ping-pong battle in the first 30 seconds of this game.
Downfield we go, it will be chased down. Carlos Denos is going to clear it away. Into the centre it goes. Josh has a free shot. He takes the free shot and he takes the free goal as well. Early strike for Thanatos. It was a lovely infield pass. Josh is going to tap it in calmly past the diving Exile. It's going to be 1-0 to Thanatos. That is a start and a half in such a high pressure fixture as we get back underway. It's going to be cheated perfectly. It might be 2 here straight away. It won't be. It's just off of the post on this occasion. And a rather frustrated Anarchy side are going to get the ball back, send it downfield. Not quite able to do much with it. Exile keeps the attack alive. Josh eventually clearing away only as far as Dasher Kami out of centre field. Bondab clears it away though. Not quite a tight game just yet. Good save from OJ Berry.
Yes, and we see a lot of pressure on the side of Anarchy right now with Dash on the ball, tries to get it mid, is gonna get a 50 and Caldino has to turn. Is he gonna get that touch? Yes, he does, and now Bonda has control of the ball. Exile is lost back and he takes some control. Alright, now they can take a little breather, go set up each other again, and Exile now on the ball to mid. He tries to go for a flip reset, doesn't get it. Carlos Daniels now on that ball. Exile again, a little bit back and forth. Dash now has a shot on, and he doesn't get it. He was low on boost as well. I've seen that. So we will see that now. Josh is there. Exile has to go for that because obviously we've seen this before. People can read those backboard shots over here, and Exile is playing a little bit with his foot right now. Oh, Barry doesn't get a touch. No, Dash is there, and that is over. That was a really good chance with a demo as well, and that didn't go in for the Anarchy side. And those are the shots that you have to take, definitely, if you are 1 goal behind. And no, Thanatos can go for that offense again.
Here they go for that offense again. Dash, he's going to get past 1. He's going to get past 2 minutes. A superb solo goal as well. Have to watch the replay of this. He takes it out of his own box, over 2 of them, sends them to the cleaners in the end. He's going to send that ball into the back of the net. What a goal, Banana.
Yeah, that seems, like you said, it's a very high tier that we are playing in right now. We are in the elite tier. The level just goes up, and you see that people are able to make that solo play. No, Exile clearing the ball into offense. Bonda is there, doesn't get the touch, get bumped away by Dash as well. And no, Barry is there. 1v1 on Exile. Is he going to do something with it on 0 boost? It doesn't get it, just get 1 touch. And Josh is there, puts a top bins as well. And that is 2-1. And that's a very quick counter attack, and that worked out perfectly for the side of Thanatos.
Well, a little bit of Dash inspiration was not enough to keep his side in the game. Now Thanatos back ahead and back to 1. I should be a bit harsh. They are still in this game, of course. Let's wait and see what the kickoff brings. OJ Berry will clear it out to the left-hand side, plays it into Josh. Carlos takes it off of him. Bondab keeps the attack alive. Dash brings it away. Pops up nicely central for Exile. Out to Dash over the top of him. Carlos takes it out of midfield now, off of the corner, looking for a teammate. Josh will clear it away. Bondab keeps it alive. It was a lovely touch, actually, backflipping into it, and now he goes forward. He's got a teammate in the centre again. He's going to flip around this one. Dash reaches to it. Josh now looks to a challenge. He won't quite find the challenge with 2 minutes to go in this game. It is still Thanatos who have the lead, and it's still Thanatos who attack off the backboard this one. Not quite going to fall favourably to a teammate, though.
No, and we will have to look out a little bit, because Anarchy, who are a goal down, are looking at a bit of defensive pressure that they have, or like offensive pressure that they have on them. Try to pinch it by Barry and Bonda there. It doesn't happen. Exile is there. Now you see Cal-D going for the demo on Josh. Does that work out? No, it doesn't. Maybe it does. Is somebody there to follow it up? And Cal-D puts it in after he went for the demo that eventually became a bump. The play was a little bit distorted. Exile takes it there, gets a touch on that back ball, and Cal-D just perfectly places it in the bottom left corner. And that is 2-2 with 1.5 minutes left. Everything to still play for.
Well, absolutely. You can't take either of these teams out of the game. And right now, this could be a lengthy series. This game has been so close. Josh meets this one in the air, inside of midfield. He's going to get to it as well. Runs out of boost, has to rotate back as Dash tries to go forward. Plays it straight to OJ Berry, who's not in a great position to play in. Neither is Bondab. Carlos Denos now goes into the centre. Exile has a free shot, but Josh is there in time to close it down and to clear it away. Here goes Dash once more. Bondab clears away out to this right-hand side for OJ Berry to try and attack. OJ Berry does attack. He can't get over Carlos, though. Carlos now going back downfield. Looks to try and take a shot. Bondab can't quite get to it, but in the end, Josh can. It's definitely a frenetic game of Rocket League at the moment. We've got 50 seconds to decide which way it goes. This might be an opportunity. Not quite.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out. No, Dash is there. You see a lot of pressure on the side of Anarchy right here. Maybe they have a connection over there. It's a little bit of a connection issue on Bonda over there. Nope, he's still there. He still works out. No drops for the ball. Is somebody there to follow it up? Cal-D is there, doesn't get it in. And that's a great save by Bonda to put it away, because Dash was there to follow that up. And with 25 seconds left, we are looking at a game 1 OT. Unless Exile is able to do something over there. No, he gets bumped away, gets it mid. For Exile, who isn't there, Dash turns away, and they are playing defense as well. They don't want to get scored on in these last few seconds of this game and just give it away. They want that chance. No, Cal-D there tries to turn. Does he have a shot? That's a great shot, and that's a great save by Josh as well to get that into a 0 second. Maybe we see a 0 second goal over here as well. Dash takes control of that ball. We've seen him take it past a few, but it isn't. And we go into OT, and is this something that you would have expected?
Well, given the records of these two teams, absolutely. Here's Josh looking to make it a very quick overtime. Indeed, takes a shot, and it's cleared away off the backboard. OJ Berry can't get around to this one. Dash is on his own. Maybe can't quite repeat what he did in regulation time. Carlos Denos will clear it away. Josh has a free shot, and Exile is on the line and rooted, ready to deal with that one. There is a demo though, might just give OJ Berry an opportunity. Flashes one out to the left-hand side for Josh, who takes a shot. He won't get over Carlos. Carlos is firm and ready to deal with that one. 30 seconds into this overtime. Here goes Carlos off of the rear wall, tries to take it to Exile. Exile takes a shot off of the backboard. It goes. Dash can't quite get there. Exile might be able to. He does, but it's glanced over the top and deflected away.
Yeah, Galdi, no, there again. We've seen a lot of pressure over here on the side of Anarchy. Exile, no on the ball, doesn't get that touch. And no, Dash is last man back on the front post and he gets that clear. Is there somebody there? Nope, they have a little bit of control and now he's going to chase that ball and put some pressure on there. And it gets great 50 into OJ Berry, who then passes to Josh, who then passes to OJ Berry again. And is that in? No, Exile is there. And it was a great little passing play to get control of those balls and get that offense going. And now they are there again. OJ Berry, they try to go for the demo as well by Bonda, and now Exile is there to meet the other guys in the middle. Nobody of his teammates are there to challenge that ball. Dash doesn't get the touch, and now that's mid. And is that open? Is somebody gonna touch that in? He's gonna pass it, and it's not a shot on goal. That's very unfortunate. And we see with a minute and a half past that it's still 2-2, and it's been a very close game. And as I say that, Bonda scores that goal by an awkward touch, and that is just a great goal, and that puts them up one game in this series.
Well, there we go then. Thanatos taking it game one, perhaps deserved as well, I would argue, in the end. It's good games in the chat. It was a lengthy overtime, 1.5 minutes in the end. And, well, it is Thanatos who take the victory and the first game of the series. I'm hearing, thank you Rapids in chat, telling us that OJ Berry is in fact Ollie. Thank you very much. I will now refer to him as Ollie. Bottom is complaining that he's lagging a lot, and to be fair, he has got 176 ping. I mean, I'd argue, Banana, that someone should be able to play on 176 ping as an elite player, but maybe I'm just being overly harsh. To be fair to the guy, he has now got 800 ping, so I can see why they may be tempted to make a substitute here.
Yes, indeed. It is certainly not something that you want to look at and see your teammates lagging around. Now, he seems, I'm gonna knock wood, but he seems to be back into that gameplay over here, and we might get a start on them. They're just delaying it a little bit. But we see on the side of Thanatos that Josh had a lot of pressure. He had 2 goals, he had 3 saves, so he's been a bit of a main player for this roster. But all of his teammates have helped out. They have had a lot of pressure on the goal side as well. A lot of shots for both sides as well that we've seen here. Now we are luckily loading in for everyone. Is everyone here as well? I don't know. We see some people leaving the game, so we'll have to wait out and we have a little bit to talk and to think about these games. Now, if you have that time, right, it's something that you can do. If you are on this team, what is the thing that you would mention at the moment? You say, all right, boys, this is the little change that we have to make, or these are the things that we have to continue to do as well. Maybe you have an insight over here.
Well, the players are in the lobby. I would have been tempted there, actually, to throw a timeout so that you could get Bondab's issues sorted. Go and check them in that 2 minutes that you get. They've chosen to keep running with him. His ping seems to have stabilised right now. It's back to 24 as we get kicked off for game 2. Dash will take a shot immediately. Ollie clears it away. I think they are going to need that that timeout at some point here in this series, particularly if Bondab continues to have his issues. It's a new rule, as I understand it, for RSC11. We saw it in the prospect tip over the course of the weekend. This is a shot for Dash, and that's a goal for Dash as well. It just shows how much of a distraction these lag issues can be, even if they do seem to have stabilised themselves now, because a goal can very easily find itself sneaking in early into the game. But just to round out the point, I think that timeout could be quite important if Bondab continues to have those issues, which right now he seems to be avoiding.
Yes, indeed, but a great start by Anarchy on the side. That's exactly what you want if you are a game down in the series. Get that first goal going and make sure that you are there and no control that game. 2 people were in the corner. Dash is there. He's taking a lot of time on that ball. He has that time as well. Then pushes it into Josh, and now Exile is there in the front post. Dash turns it again for that ball. Exile now there, puts it to 1. Keldy is there. Does he get that touch? He does get a touch, but gets 50 and meet in the middle of the air and doesn't get a shot on goal. No, Ollie as we have noticed in chat. Has a little bit of time, doesn't get the touch that he wanted. Josh now on the ball, gets it, but not past one, but he does get a demo, so that might open up the defense there. But it's on the other side that we have to look as Dash gets that shot, and it's a great save by Ollie over there. And now Caldi is up. He stopped going up for that ball. Dash is there. Caldino again on that ball. Goes mid as well. And we see a pressure over there. And Anarchy really have to make sure that they get another goal. Because 2 goals, that is a little bit more reassuring over here. And you see the demos coming out a lot more aggressiveness in the playstyle of both teams.
Then also bring this away out to the left-hand side. This is nice, actually. If it falls off the backboard, it won't. Josh is able to clear it away. Dash keeps it alive outside of midfield. Ollie not really able to do much with it. Exile, I should say, goes up for the challenge, wins it, but Dash not able to do anything with it on the left-hand side. Here goes Josh. Denos clears back downfield once more. Bit of a back-and-forth contest at the moment. 1-0 still to this Anarchy side. Exile looks to challenge with Ollie. Now Josh takes a shot. He's out to Bondab inside of the centre, but he's not quite able to get a touch onto it that would turn it goalwards. Dash tries to clear it away, has to refer to Carlos for support. Now here goes Ollie, he's trying to go forward, looks for a flip reset, will find it and not quite able to get into the net on this occasion. Bondab keeps it alive, but Exile clears it away.
Yes, Josh now on the ball. We see that the momentum has shifted a little bit, and Ollie is now on the ball. And Dash was luckily there on the back post. Rotations are seeming to hold on pretty fine at the moment. Exile takes it past one. A little bit of a lag on my side. No, Dash is there on the backboard. Caldi clears it away, and they hold on for a little while again. Exile now meets him. Exile almost takes it over one. It's a great read by Bonda to get that touch, because otherwise it would have been an ugly offense that we would have seen. Now Caldi only one back. I think his teammate is behind him. Josh is now hustling for that ball. Takes it onto Exile with a great clear and takes some time off. And now another demo for Anarchy as well. Caldi on that ball drops it down. Is Dash gonna meet him? Yes, he is there. Exile maybe for the shot. Doesn't get the greatest shot off there. And now the defense of Thanatos is a little bit on the struggling side. Caldi now takes another shot, and you really see that they are keeping the pressure on, and that they have changed a little bit in their play style, and that the pressure is really on the side of Thanatos right here.
The old cliche that the best form of defense is attack, and this is exactly what is happening for this Anarchy side right now. Keep the ball inside of opposing quarters and you're going to find yourself winning this game. That's exactly what they're doing already. 1 minute and 12 seconds to go. Here goes Exile, looks to take a shot. Josh will clear it back downfield. I know what you mean, I'm getting lag issues as well at the moment on my side of things. Here's Carlos looking to go central. Josh will clear it away. This is not what they need. As the minute goes onto the clock, they need to get this ball downfield to Thanatos. Bondab won't really be able to do much with it. Into the centre it goes. Dash treats to chase it down, tries to take it to the corner, does take it to the corner, and it still pops up. Carlos now takes a shot, free net, and he's going to score. 46 seconds to go, and Anarchy double their lead.
That's just a great way. That's literally what you said. Best defense is offense, and you score that second goal, which makes it a lot more reassuring that you have some control of this game. And if you are on the side of Thanatos, you have to go all in at the moment, because you are losing this game. You have to go for those goals, and there's not much time left on the clock. Now Caldi has a little bit of control of this ball. Doesn't get that touch. No, Dash is there. Doesn't get touched, and maybe this is one of the chances, and it just doesn't work out for the side of Thanatos. Now they have to return, and there's 3 players that are facing their own goal. Bonda takes control of it, takes it past his own goal into a pass on Ollie. Caldi meets him in the middle, and Josh has now to clear that ball. Caldi takes it mid. Is Dash there with a shot? No, unfortunately he isn't. And Josh now has it. Does he see his teammate? Oh, Ollie does see his teammate, and just Exile is there to meet him in the middle. And with only 10 seconds left, we can call this GG's for this game, and we will see a 1-1 draw. But maybe in these 1 or 2 seconds we can see a goal for the side of Thanatos, and they have a little bit of a mental break for themselves. But they still keeping the pressure. We can respect that they keep the ball up. That's the unwritten rules that we see in Rocket League. But no, they drop, and Anarchy take this game to make it a 1-1 draw, and that's just great games that we have seen until now.
Played in a good spirit as well. GG's all in the chat after that contest, and it's a contest that keeps getting interesting and keeps being close. But you know, it's a sign of a great team if you're able to control a game. at 1-0 in Rocket League. Well, it's something that's true for football as well. In fact, a lot of ball games for that matter. But if you're able to control a game at 1-0, that shows that you've got your defense sorted, you've got your offense sorted, and you can just relax. That was an incredible performance. They got that late goal, killed the game. They can't really ask for much more. Anarchy didn't give Thanatos a look in. They 4 shots in the end compared to 6. Again, you control a game at 1-0 and you're not doing much wrong as long as you make sure that that defense, I should say, isn't particularly leaky, and you can keep the pressure up on the offense. You're going to win Rocket League games.
Yes, indeed. We also seen a little bit of a different playstyle because the other game had, I think both teams had close to 10 shots, and now it's 4 against 6, so a little bit more slow, a little bit more control of the ball, more trying to go for those passing plays that we have seen before, and it seems that it worked out in the favor of Anarchy over here. No, none of the teams have decided to use their timeout yet. Obviously, you still have one timeout. You don't want to use it too early, obviously, right? And both teams are in there going straight into that game 3, and it is a big game because the team that wins right here is the team that is going to go into double match point for their side. So a lot of pressure now. We see that the kickoff went great for Bonda over there, or great for the blue side, sorry. Now it's straight the demo by Dash on Josh as well, and Caldino has control with a little bit of boost to work with in the corner. Exile is there, and it didn't work out, and the first 15 seconds have been that ping pong battle that we have seen before. Both teams don't want to give any goals away.
And on the timeout issue, you've got to remember that obviously the other team get that time out of the game as well. It sounds obvious, but you've got to keep that in mind. If you find yourself in a situation where you just use that timeout so you can recollect your thoughts, you've got to remember that the other team gets to recollect theirs as well. You've got to use it at a time where it's absolute panic stations for you. You don't want to burn it and give that other team the mental break as well. As here goes Ollie trying to formulate an attack. He'll still go here into the centre, and Exile will bring it away. Josh now keeps it alive though. Pontab takes a shot to the far post, and he's going to score as well at the far post, and it's pretty much a back and forth contest here. 1-1 in the series, and it's Thanatos who strike first in this game 3.
That's a great way to start your game 3, to go up again, and we've seen, I think, both teams that have gone up first are the both times the winner, if I'm correct. Now Bonda gets that reset, doesn't unfortunately get the touch on the ball that he wanted. No Dash is there, puts it forward, and we see offense there. One miss, Exile is there to put it past them, and that's a great shot, a great calculation on that shot by Exile to see where the opponent on defense is going. Just pushed up a little too much and put it behind Bonda over there. Go 1-1, and straight within 15 seconds you make that a draw again. And it's just great to get that motivation and that thing that you had over there to instantly get it out.
Such a wonderful passing play as well at this stage in the game. Here goes Dash trying to bring it away. Looks for a pinch off of the floor. Bonta will stop it out of centre field. Try and take it away. Denos takes it down to the left-hand side into Exile. It takes a shot. It's off the backboard nicely for Carlos, and he flashes it wide into the corner. Dash will try and keep it alive. Bonta beats him to the ball. Demo on Bonta. Give Exile a little bit of time. Smart demo play at the moment. Chasing down. Bonda back from his demo. Clears it away once more. Downfield he goes. Denos will take it off of him. Off of the backboard potentially. Josh will get there, but so will Dash. Dash flashes it, and Bonda is going to get save credit on to this one. 3 minutes to go. Here goes Exile looking for a goal and not quite able to find it. We're still at a tied game. Dash takes a shot, and Josh ensures that tied game status remains.
For the moment, as we see offense by Oli. Oli gets that shot down, doesn't get it. Defense is too strong at the moment. Exile now needs to be there, and he clears the ball over on the side. Josh now has control, yeets it to his teammate. Bonda doesn't get the touch, and that goes back, and that is to Exile. And we will have to take a look again what just happened over here, because that is really unfortunate. Josh passes it to Bonda. Bonda tries to 50 it, but the 50s it with an opponent, and it goes straight into Exile, who was out of play, but then into play, score a goal, and that's just an unfortunate way to go 2-1 down, or like a good way to go 2-1 up, depending on which side you are rooting for.
I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't get a word of that. My game was lagging and my Discord was lagging as well, so I'll trust that it was a good goal. That is also a good goal from Dash out at the far post. He's going to tap it home. It was Carlos who picked out his man, Dash waited on it, took the shot, and is able to turn it home. 3-1 to Anarchy, who are starting to build a lot of momentum in this series. As we get back underway, it's going to be Ollie who tries to take a shot straight off of kickoff. Not quite able to do much with it. Dash takes it back to the right-hand side. Bondab beats him to it, and with a good 50, sends it back downfield. 2 minutes to go in this contest, and right now, it is Anarchy leading the way pretty comfortably, and are going to be leading the way in the series pretty comfortably in just a moment's time. Though this time, Bondab takes a shot. It's not quite going to be turned in. Denos will clear it away.
You almost had speaking too soon as the moment that Thanatos was attacking. No, they still have attacked. That's an unfortunate touch by Dash. Bonda gets it in the middle, and there's a great save by Kaldi because Oli was there to take control and he gets it mid. Kaldi is there with the clear as well, and they're just very good on that defensive backboard that they are controlling at the moment, and that just doesn't allow any great shots for Thanatos at the moment. No, Exile is getting demoed, so maybe that takes a little bit of a difference on that offense for them. Now we see another demo, but then from Dash on Oli to clear it. Josh is there, doesn't goes for the fake, doesn't get that touch. Bonda gets a touch mid, tries to 50, then that's down. Is somebody there to read it? Yes, Kaldi is there to take control of that ball. Now a little bit of a 50. Now Bonda's there, and that's just gonna drop down. Somebody there, and the defense is holding strong, but they have to struggle at the moment because it's a lot of pressure that they are holding on. Bonda now there takes it not past one, great 50, and we've seen a lot of pressure, but defense just too strong by this Anarchy roster at the moment.
To the right-hand side, Ollie will keep it alive. Bondab trying to create pressure now to the left-hand side. He'll chase this down, miscontrols slightly, and Dash will send it back downfield. Now running clock once more. A third goal will put this game to bed. Exile not quite able to turn it home, and Bondab has to bring it away. A goal now. Put yourself into kick-off goal range of this opposition. Not quite able to find it. 21 seconds to go. Shot comes in from Bondab off of the backboard. Josh now waits on it, takes a shot. It's a good bump play, but Exile gets incredibly lucky. Oh, he's incredibly skillful. Depends on which way you want to look at it. Now Bondab clears away. 7 seconds to go. We think this is going to go the way of Anarchy unless a goal can happen now and force a last kickoff, but no, it won't. The ball will fall to the floor. Exile will make sure of that, and Anarchy go on to double match points. Timeout called by Bondab.
Yes, indeed. That they waited for the timeout, and this is the perfect moment that you have to take it. Obviously, you are not facing elimination from the tournament, but you are facing the lower bracket at this moment if you're Thanatos. You had that first game, you had a lot of shots, you scored a lot. Then the second game was for Anarchy, and the third game was a lot different. And as again, 2 goal differences for the side of Anarchy to make that a 2-1 up in this series, and that is just great control by Anarchy. They made maybe a slight touch in that game that made that difference over there, and it's just very great at what they did over here.
Absolutely, I just had to explain the timeout rules to the guys in the chat. I think the timeout rules, unless I've just totally got myself into trouble. I hope they haven't taken it off of me, but it is a timeout. You confirmed it as well, so there we go. If we're both confidently wrong, then well, technically that makes us both right, or negative, and all that. But anyway, yes, I think B-Shake now has to keep control of that. But 2 minutes they get. To be honest with you, I think you should be taking your time out towards the end of the wait time. So say 5 seconds to go, then technically you're not expecting the other team to join up. And you get 3 minutes essentially then. That's how I think I'd do it. But anyway, they've decided to do it very early on. So you've got about another 60 seconds of their timeout. They can start to have a discuss. B-Shake will tell them when to get back into this lobby. And well, starts at the end of the minute. I apologise. There we go. So my point's a little bit mute, but sorry, I heard that in my ears. So yes, 2 minutes now to get themselves underway. What do you think they're discussing in that proverbial huddle?
That's a good question, what they could be discussing. You know, the biggest thing that I've noticed out of the Anarchy side scoring their goals is that often it was somebody putting the shot just not on goal, but just next to it, if it's the backboard or on one of the sides, and then a teammate, a second man, is there to take control of that ball and have that shot. So maybe the difference that they are going to make is, alright, say, alright, we will be a little bit more defense on that backboard, on the sides, make sure that we are clearing, make sure that we don't give that second man of Anarchy control of that ball. Now on the side of Anarchy, yeah, you are just saying, alright guys, we have made our change, we have playing very well, just keep playing what you are, take a deep breath, nothing's different in this fourth game that we are going in. So that is what I personally would say that that both teams are looking at the moment.
Yes, for certain. And, well, we're waiting for the next 30 seconds before we get this underway. Potentially decisive fourth game of the tie. Let's have a look at the playoff bracket whilst we are here, and whilst I get it up onto my screen. So the winner of this game goes on to play Resonance, who got that 1 round bye from the league play season. We're into the lobby. Banana, I'll let you take it away.
Yes, so game 4, backs against the wall for the Thanatos roster, who won game 1, lost game 2 and lost game 3. Now Exile has control, takes it to mid, Josh is there, he gets a shot off, but Dash is there to save it, meets him in the middle, turn it away, and is that a shot on goal? Yeah, it was, but Dash turned and got that save again. We see a lot more pressure on the side of Thanatos instantly over there, but now Dash there trying to meet it, Josh gets it mid, Caldi on there, and offense we go again. Oli there, Josh is gonna turn, Exile is last man back, gets a great touch, gets it mid to his teammate, now Dash takes control of that ball into middle, and Bonda now has control over there. And within the first 30 seconds we've seen a little bit of a change. The game has for sure has gone a lot faster over here.
It has, and here goes Thanatos taking a shot off of the backboard. It goes, shot might come in, but Exile gets there before the player can. Dash looks to take a shot, but it goes downfield. That's very favourable indeed, and Denos will clear its way. Bondab now goes for a shot, and he can't quite do so. He wasn't going for a shot, I apologise. He was trying to find a teammate. Denos will now take it downfield. He goes off of the corner, looking central. Bondab takes an awkward touch. Josh has to clear it away. They are now not playing for this season, but they're playing to make this so much easier.
Yes, now Caldi, control of that ball, doesn't get it, Dash is there, meeting it, and nobody is really back. Now they have returned, Dash takes control of it, and it was a great little play that they tried out, didn't work. Now Bonda's there, does he get that touch? He gets that touch, and that's just past the goal. It is really unfortunate, it could have been a great goal, but now into counter-attack, and Caldi tries to go for that flip. Exile now meets him on the backboard, doesn't read it, Dash is there, and that's a great read by Josh to make sure the defense is kept up to date. Now Caldi there, Exile, control of it, takes it not over one. Josh is there in the middle, and now Caldi again. You see a lot of pressure again on the side. They had a chance, didn't score of it unfortunately, but it's very close within these first 2 minutes on this series, or in this game.
Up in the corner it goes. Bondab now looks to take a shot. It's almost a clear net, but he can't quite control it. Ollie now looks to take a shot. Exile will wait on it and clear it away. Very mature defending. Carlos now sends it downfield and out of trouble at that. That being said, Bondab uses the fact that Rocket League pitches aren't that large and tries to take it back downfield. Good save from Carlos off of the shot of Josh, and back downfield we go. Exile will take it out of this left-hand side, looking central. Josh will clear it away. Dash now out of centre field, looks to go past Ollie, not really able to do much with it. Ollie now chasing it down, looks to create an attack all by himself, but he's ran out of boost. It's a good save from Dash at that, mind you. Here goes Bondab, looking central, can't find anything central, and it has to get cleared away yet again. It's end-to-end stuff. Josh takes a shot, and finally we break the deadlock.
That is just great play, good pressure. Oli there tries to get a touch, then goes for a bump. Doesn't get a bump, but Dash had to jump for that, made him awkward. And then his teammate was just there to get that touch and get that goal in. And now with 2 minutes left, you're over half the game. You are up again, and you are not facing that elimination anymore. You are taking it to that game 5 that everybody, including myself, wants to see. But we'll have to see out, because we see a lot of pressure coming out from Anarchy now. Dash Dash takes that boost. That is really good. That's a control, and that's a great clear by Ollie, who knows goes onto offense. Exile is a little bit awkward over there. That's great touches. Exile on the bump in the corner. Doesn't get that touch. Dash clears it. Bonda meets him over there, and there's a teammate there because Kaldi is awkward on the and his teammate is there. He was awkward. That's really good control. Now, a minute 30. Maybe that's the pass that they did it, and it just didn't work out. A lot of back and forth, a lot faster off gameplay. Goal is open, doesn't get it on. And what are we seeing over here within this minute? The game has just paced up so hard, and it's a real back and forth right now.
It is. Remember that this Thanatos side is playing to take this into a game 5, whereas of course 2 goals now for Anarchy would make sure this ends right here. They may have to go through overtime to do it though. 1 minute onto the clock. That is the buzzer warning. Carlos clears this out to the left-hand side, but he's not really able to follow it down. Now he has to challenge. He does get a good challenge in off of Ollie. Dash takes it downfield, so he does. Josh keeps it away out of midfield. Now Bondab takes a shot. It's a good save from Carlos. Won't get save credit. Slightly harsh on him, I think, from the game there. Dash now waits on this off of the backboard. Clears it downfield to a teammate. Carlos creates a chance. Josh can't control this properly. He does get it past one of the attackers, though, and that's enough to maybe just dispel this attack for a second. 30 seconds onto the clock. Here goes Exile looking to take a shot. He takes a shot. It's a good demo, but Josh with an equally as good save.
That is just great games. That demo was so good on the side of Anarchy, and you think that is when they score a goal, but nope, defense too strong. They are not giving up on the side of Thanatos. They want to keep it into this game 5, and with 5 seconds left, the ball is kept up. Dash now takes it into control. Exile has to take some time on it, and it's gonna drop. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going into a game 5 in this series. What a game it has been.
Producer, you guys can't hear that, but producer sounded very happy about that. But anyway, as we go into this game 5, I can't seem to escape the game 5 at the moment. It just feels like every series I cast goes into game 5. But anyway, this is pretty entertaining. It's a very good series. Just when you think Anarchy have got the pace, the chance to go ahead, the momentum, it all gets flipped over on itself.
Yes, indeed, and it seems like they are not calling a timeout either on the side of Anarchy, so they are just brushing it off. They just want to continue into that second game, or in that 5th game, I should actually say, and try and take that lead again. It was only 1 goal that you got scored on. It was a great goal, I have to say as well, but we'll have to see how it plays out now. Now, on the side of Thanatos, if you are them, you are thinking, right, we got this game 4, we are taking it into game 5, momentum is with us, and we are taking control of this game as we are loading into game 5, and it should be Champions Field if I am not wrong. And Tom, I'll let you take this away.
So as we head into game 5, it is a date in the upper tier with Resonance that awaits. Obviously the loser has to go the hard way through to this grand final if they are indeed to get their chance. That these 2 teams could potentially meet again at some point in this playoff season as we get kicked off for game 5. But right now, it's as close as you like. Anarchy are going to take it away. Look to create an attack early on. Carlos goes off of the corner. Shot comes in from Exile. He can't quite turn it in. This time, it's off with the crossbar. He goes back around to this one. Lets a teammate get to it. He has to rotate back for defense. Carlos is there as the last man. Tries to bring it away, but Josh looks to go off of the corner. Exile brings it away once more. Here goes Ollie. Dash is there, and Dash is able to do his defensive duties rather diligently indeed, as Exile looks to take a shot over the top of Josh, and my word, Ollie with such a good save.
That was really needed because that looked like it was going on goal. Once he got it past 1, I thought it was on goal again, but it unfortunately isn't. Now we see another demo. Exile has control of the ball and he takes it in, and that demo by Dash on, I don't know who it particularly was. We will have to see right here. That demo on Bonda right there. He was the last man back, and that's just a great demo to make it into a game 1 and a goal up in this game 5, and just a great way 1 minute in to take control of this game.
Indeed it is. Bondab though here is going to get the kickoff absolutely beautifully. It's cleared away rather well by Exile as the last man there for a moment, and that was a scary, scary situation. Ollie looks to keep this alive. Josh will play it off of the wall back into Ollie, who himself gets demoed on this occasion. That just dispels the attack entirely as Carlos is able to get the space to bring it away. Flashes it to the left-hand side into Exile, who looks to go forward, goes over one, can't get over the second. Bondab clears it away, but Anarchy have the lead. We know how dangerous they are with 1-goal leads in this series, with 1-0 leads in this series. Maybe, though, Thanatos can find something back into it. Dash takes it off of the wall, not really able to do much with it on this occasion, though. Bondab back forward off of the corner, looks central. Carlos now takes it to the right-hand side. Ollie, awkward touch, goes backwards. Josh now takes it out to Bondab, who's on the right-hand side, ready to receive, and he's got an air dribble opportunity to go all alone. Finds a teammate. Ollie's there, takes a shot. It's almost a superb team goal, but Exile is there, and this is the defence that we talk about when we talk about this Anarchy side.
Yes, defense is looking strong, but they have almost 3 minutes left to keep that nil on the board, or if you get scored on, make another goal. No, they are trying. Exile on that ball, tries to go for a flip reset, does get that reset, it gets a past one, and none of his teammates are unfortunately there to follow up. They didn't want to take that overcommit and maybe get scored on by a counter-attack. No, Dash there in the middle, takes it past one, doesn't get it in the mid, and Bonda has no control of that ball, passes it to Josh. Josh gets that third past one, and Caldi is there to take control as well. And the shots are just coming in from way too far. They have time on the side of Anarchy to take control of those balls, to get rotated back out. Nabonda is there again, and two men go for it. 3 men was back as well. Exile now in the corner, steals the boost on from Thanatos away. Caldino meets that ball in the corner, takes it past one. Bonda makes his touch, and then Caldi goes for the balls past one. Is Exile there, and he gets a shot on, and that's just a little miss, but that little miss is so important in this game. You go 2 goals down at this moment.
I love that though from Anarchy. I love the not wanting to overcommit, making sure that if you don't need to score, you don't score. Unless it's absolutely easy for you. Wonderful play, and now they've got a 2-goal lead to show for it. Here goes Carlos, looking to make that a 3-goal lead. Josh will bring it away without any major drama as Exile keeps the attack alive. Here goes Carlos, no boost, but plenty of dreams on this right-hand side. Dash will play it into the centre. Josh not quite able to deal with it properly. In fact, to take that back, he deals with it rather well, but this shot comes in. Ollie has to clear. 1:30 to go in this game. Exile looks to go off of the wall. Shot comes in from Carlos. He's not quite able to convert. It's wide. Should be scoring that really, but at 2-0, I think they'll forgive him. This goes into the centre. Exile can't do much with it apart from play it off of the wall. Now off of the backboard. Now a chance for Carlos. He can't get there. Dash might be able to. No, again, he cannot. And, well, Thanatos survive. They survive barely, but in this game 5, it's the fine margins that might just give them a chance into the last minute.
Yes, indeed, but they only need 1 chance to make that. I won't say anything anymore at this moment. That's 1 chance that you need to get back into this game. It's a great pass by Josh. Bonda takes control, and it's a double commit on the side of Anarchy. And a great flick by Bonda, and you are with a minute left. You are still facing elimination, but the mountain has been climbed halfway at this point.
Clambering up that mountain. They might not get there, but it's going to be a close one. I think that's the important thing. 54 seconds to go. Josh takes a shot. He's over the backboard. Bondab can't follow through. Carlos has to scramble to it, and he can't. Josh is going to level the game. 18 seconds with a 2-punch and back into it. It's a quick turnaround. Anarchy looked like they had this. Dash with a bump on the line, and that is incredible.
That is incredible. Maybe we are looking at a OT right now, but Bonda is there. Low boost, takes it past one. Dash is there, and that's great defense now into the corner. Bonda trying to steal that boost. He does get that boost, so he is full. Exile on the pass to Caldi, onto Exile again, takes it past one. No, Josh is there. Caldi not, and no, Dash is last man back. Bonda control of that ball, gets it away. Takes it past one on the side of Dash. A little bit of a hustle in that corner. Exile no on the ball and doesn't get it. Josh is there again. Josh really is meeting every ball on the sides of this pitch. No, Dash takes control. He gets it away. Ollie has to go into a backwards aerial. Bonda now there with a clear. And I think this is going into a game 5 OT.
And it is indeed. Nothing separating these two sides, perhaps apart from an overtime goal. This will be cleared away by Excel, but it is indeed Thanatos, after that incredible comeback, who looks to avoid a little bit of an embarrassment in overtime. After working so hard to get back into this game, the last thing you want to do is concede in overtime. But they're here, and it's all that counts at the moment. Ollie will clear this away out to Josh on his left-hand side. He looks to attack now, out to the corner. Teammates will go into the centre. Bondab waits onto it. Best opportunity of the game, and it will turn in. Josh gets the final touch. This is his second goal of the game, perhaps the two most important goals of the series. And Thanatos, against most of the odds at the halfway stage in this game 5, are going to win it in a very short overtime indeed.
What have we seen? This game has been amazing. They have climbed out of the depth. They were 2 goals down with only a minute and 15 something seconds left, and they climb back to make it a 3-2, win that in OT, and most important, go into Championship Sunday in the upper bracket, only looking at winning 3 more series to get that victory. That was such a close game. The players are saying it themselves as well, but Thanatos gets it out of the way. Now Anarchy on that other side, you are not down yet. You still have that last game, or you still go into the lower bracket and you still have a chance at that spot, but obviously it's going to be a long night before you'll get in the grand finals.
Yes, it is going to be a long night, and it's a long time for them. So before we round out this stream, Thanatos go through to play Resonant in the upper semi-final. That is on Sunday at 1800 CET. Anarchy, they go down all the way to the lower round, the lower, I'm trying to find them on my little bracket here, very confusing stuff. They go down over to play lower round 1 against Anjou. That's match 7, that's on Sunday at 6 o'clock again. Well, that one will not be streamed, but anyway, as we go back over to this, Banana, I'll ask you for your closing thoughts on this series.
Well, we've seen plenty out of this elite series. It was a game 5. We have seen all 5 games. It could have been a sweep on either side, but it wasn't. It was very close games. We've seen an OT, we've seen 2 OTs, we've seen that game 5 OT as well. So the only thing that I can say is that if this is the start, if these are called the play-ins, then everything that we are gonna see on Sunday in the actual playoffs it's gonna be insane at this point.
Well, indeed, and well, make sure you join us next time out on RSC EU. It should be a very exciting Championship Sunday, but of course, we've got a few games coming up before that. Let me just quickly consult my schedule before we get off of this stream. It is going to be Saturday, I think, our next stream. That will be the other play-ins for the tier below this one. I definitely know my tiers. Banana Rival. There we go. I knew that off the top of my head. I didn't have to check any documents, but for now, thank you all very much for watching this stream. We'll see you on Saturday then for the Rival playoffs. Thank you to all of our sponsors. They're just at the top of my head here. And other than that, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all later. Good night.